and welcome to Dartsity 2017, live here at the Octagon. We've reached the end of varsity and this is our final event on the calendar tonight. My name is Will and I'm joined here by a couple of fine gentlemen, Hugh Dickinson and Dan Bridge. Guys, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm looking forward to what I would call the official after party of varsity. It's going to be great.
Definitely.
I'm very well. I'm looking forward to great things. I've heard a lot of things about Dartsity. It wasn't here last year, but I've heard that it was a really good spectacle. And we've got even more people here today, about 800 people, I think, to turn out for tonight's event. So can't wait for that.
Absolutely. Now, we're live here all night at the Octagon, bringing you all the events going off tonight. We've got several matches lined up for you, and it's going to be an absolutely cracking night to round off what has been an absolutely amazing, I think it's fair to say, performance from the University of Sheffield and this year's varsity. Guys, obviously you guys have been out at many events over varsity. Any particular highlights tonight over the course of varsity, would you say?
Oh, I have to say that netball twos game, that really was for me a highlight. I was sitting in the crowd doing the live blog for that one, and it was amazing. What a comeback from the twos on what was, I think, a difficult day for the University of Sheffield overall. EIS, they lost the other three netballs. They lost all the basketballs. They weren't doing too well in the volleyball either. But that comeback was sensational. They were about 8 points down, 8 goals down at one point, and they really did come back and won. Not just to be 8 goals down, but then to win it by 3 goals. It wasn't if they stole one in the last minute to take that point. They were well ahead when the buzzer went.
I think, yeah, I was there as well. I think we got to like the third period. Hallam were about 9-7 points up. So yeah, it was great to see. Dan, again, we've had so many good events. Hallam Sports Park, I know you were there for that. EIS Day, Abbeydale. Highlights for you?
Well, I was actually commentating that netball twos game, and they were down by 9 points, 9 goals at one point. But I think for that especially, it was the crowd, and obviously because we're in such a small enclosed arena, any noise that the crowd made in the EIS Day really sort of brought the motivation of both the players, the enthusiasm, but just kept spirits really high. But personally, I think for me, I think the rugby union was such a fantastic display, both by the men's ones who sort of went, even for the University of Sheffield went down quite early in the men's ones, but still men's ones and men's twos, not to mention the rugby league as well, all fantastic team efforts, and despite quite sort of muddy, wet conditions, it felt really well. But also I think that the University of Sheffield women's rugby team actually did incredibly well, and they're quite a new team. They've only been going for a couple of years. They've sort of been entering their Bucks team this year, and actually so this is the first time that they've ever either not lost to Sheffield Hallam, and I think for them they've played twice already this season, but to go from quite a big loss to sort of a narrow loss to now drawing, but also being on the upper hand for most of the game, shows such a huge improvement when we put them on a stage such as varsity, when everyone sort of comes to watch them. Bigger crowds, bigger atmosphere, it really does show, I think, in the end. And yeah, so I think that's been my highlight. Definitely.
I mean, varsity as a whole, it's just great for both teams, Sheffield University and Sheffield Hallam, to come together at the end, finish off, a fantastic year of sport, whether they've, been playing in Bucks or, I know the ice hockey teams and the American football teams played together as well. But I think it's fair to say we've had some pretty surprising results this year. Again, especially Hallam Sports Park, a lot of results coming through for University of Sheffield that possibly not traditionally at University of Sheffield points. I think, has it been surprising for you this year to see Sheffield winning by such a large amount?
Yeah, because I think we looked at the start of the event and we looked at, the last few years and maybe thought Hallam, it's about time Hallam came back and won one, because, last year we thought we can't get any further away, and they've gone and increased their lead overall. This final score 45-35. That was a big surprise, because I really did think Hallam, start of varsity, I thought they'd be in it, and I thought it would be a very close scoreline in the end.
Definitely. Again, Dan, do you think that it's just like such a considerable margin that University of Sheffield have won by? Has that surprised you at all? I mean, you've been around for a few varsities now.
So this is the 5th year in a row that we've won it. and this year is sort of the biggest margin, like you said, 10 points. And I think that just the sheer development and the dedication that a lot of the coaching staff have had to varsity and to sort of that sort of final real push and play, it's been so impeccable. Not only from sort of things like hockey on cold sort of evenings, but even things to like the chef ski, which were that's away from all the crowds of people. It's away from the atmosphere, and it's just like even they training and just it's phenomenal sort of dedication. I think that really does go to show. But I think as we see, even through events like dodgeball, which haven't been approved for a varsity point yet, but even people came and watched that despite the fact that no points were there. And I think it's the second or third year that's been sort of set up, so that's not for points. Things like Dartsity, people still turn up for points, regardless of the fact that there's no overall sort of impression on the scoreline. 800 people are turning up just to watch this sort of spectacle and event. So I think the fact that yes, we've won by more points than we may have in the previous years. This is the 5th year running, but just the sheer enthusiasm for sport in general, even for sports that are part of varsity that don't even require points or mean points, people still turn up to watch that. And I think that should really go without saying, these are events that have been set up by students rather than by institutes such as Sport Sheffield, and people come and flock to watch them. So I think that's really impressive and really should be sort of commented upon.
Definitely, and it's so fantastic to see both teams coming out, just putting in absolutely 110% effort every time. Again tonight, we've got 800 people coming here in the Octagon. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and we've seen such good support from both crowds, respective of Sheffield Hallam and University of Sheffield, over the whole course of varsity. Guys, tonight, obviously, we're all about the darts here on Forge TV tonight. What are you guys most looking forward to? What's going to be? Are there any particular highlights that you remember from last year? What's going to be the best thing about tonight? I
think not wanting to take away from the sport or anything, but this is very much about the event. It is about the event as a spectacle. And some of the completely bonkers, I think is the word to describe it, stuff that goes on in these events. That's the sort of stuff that I really like. There was a guy who came out last year for Sheffield Hallam, brought out a Simba mask. They played the Lion King music. It was like he held up the lion mask sort of like this to the crowd, and it was incredible. It really was. And it's that sort of thing. It's the entrances, the drama, the theatrics that really make tonight. And as much as we're going to enjoy the darts and the arrows flying, that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Absolutely. Dan, any particular highlights that you might be looking forward to tonight? We're going to get things going in a few minutes' time. But same question really. What are you looking forward to most about tonight?
Yeah, of course. So we've been here for a number of hours sort of sitting and reading through our facts and information. And what we've also actually seen are both of the teams warming up together. And what's really refreshing to see is that unlike lots of other teams, lots of other sports where, the two, apart from things like boxing where the two clubs train together, but places like here where, there is obviously there's healthy competition between the two teams, but they get on very well. They respect each other. There's good communication. There's good chat between them, and I think that respectfulness between the two teams in sort of the essence of sportsmanship is really refreshing to see. Rather than there's no sort of chanting beforehand between the two teams. There's no sort of aggravation. There's no aggression or anything like that. It's very much sort of we are both here to play the sport that we mutually love. We respect the fact that you do it as well, despite the fact that we're from two universities. Obviously, it's going to be a good competition, but they're going to do that in a really refreshing and just such a good atmosphere. Not only the crowd, but in just the respect and sportsmanship that they both show. I think that's really, really good to see. I'm really looking forward to it as well.
Definitely. I mean, just to say that we've actually doubled the amount of people who are coming to Dartsity this year. Last year, again, the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. It can only be better this year. But obviously, we've had many, many events over the course of varsity this year. One of the highlights of which was the ice hockey final on Wednesday night. How was that for you guys?
Well, we're talking about crowd numbers, and I think I'm about to be cut off here, but I will very quickly say that broke the record for the 3rd year in a row. It was a fantastic game, but I'm going to let you give us over to our MC for the evening.
Definitely. So you can hear the MC there. We'll be back very shortly. We'll hand you over to the MC, and then we'll hand you over to the commentators for this evening's Dartsity.
Your MC for tonight's proceedings, the legend that is Mr. George Francis.
Good evening, Sheffield! Dartsity 2017! Are you ready for some hardcore darts? Are you just out for something different for pre-drinks before Pop-Tarts? Okay, some housekeeping just for the start. If you're meant to have a table seat, please come and let somebody know if you're sat in the stands right now. The bar is down there, and that is the most important thing for the night. So the bar is down there. We will remind everybody not to be idiots. Please don't stand on the chairs. Please don't throw your pint in the air. There is a good chance we will throw you out tonight if you're too much of an idiot. And also we have a raffle going round. There is a chance for everybody to play on the stage tonight in front of 800 other people. It is £1 for one ticket, £5 for 3 tickets. You get a £3 for 5 tickets, yeah. Couldn't get that bit right, I can't do the maths. You get to play on stage, you get a £10 bar tab, so that is definitely worth it. And is there anything else we need to mention? Huh? What? Right. Okay. Jesus, right. I think we're ready to go with our first match of the night. Sorry for the terrible preamble. You know what you're expecting with a drunk man at darts. First of all, from the University of Sheffield, he is a former captain for the University of Sheffield, a former Champions League finalist. He is Johnny, formerly the captain, Kirk! And now, representing Sheffield Hallam, it's Shabba Stephen Fitzgiven!
Hello and welcome to Dartsity 2017. I am Nick Cassidy.
And I am Tim Adams, and thank you, Nick, for that. We are set up for some tantalising tungsten tonight, and
yes,
here at the Octagon Arena, Sheffield, we are live on Forge TV, and this first match, Johnny Kirk against Kieran Fitzgiven. It's a great way to set off what's known as the after party of darts, Nick.
It is.
And it will be a great occasion. You can hear the crowd in the background. We're expecting near just under 900 to 1,000 people here today. It's nearly double the attendance of what we had last year, and nearly 10 times what we had
yes.
2 years ago.
So this is the third Dartsity of Dartsity, to be honest. And the first Dartsity was at Stevenson Hall with an attendance of 75. So tonight is going to be a massive,
and it will be a
massive
great occasion. You can hear the crowd in the background. We're expecting near just under 900 to 1,000 people here
main stage now. It's nearly double the attendance of what we had last year, and nearly 10 times as what we had just 2 years ago. Unlike last year, the format last year will be a great evening next.
So this is the third Dartsity of Dartsity, guys, and the first Dartsity was at Stevenson Hall with an attendance of 75. So tonight is going to be a massive.
Throughout the evening, we have a raffle, 2 raffles coming up, where the crowd will get an opportunity to take part with doubles partners on stage as well, and that will be a great evening in that sense as well, Nick. So if you win a leg, you win a point. This year, as we see here, win a match. It's University of Sheffield. 3 legs in each match. Kick us off there. Junior Sheffield with the throw. They won the ball, and Johnny Kirk with 2 raffles look up to the crowd gets an opportunity to take part. 23. It's not the best of starts, but on stage, Johnny obviously will be known as this much part of the great Union Sheffield darts team. So if that's it, I've known these players inside and out. Yes. University of Sheffield. Kick us off there. Union Sheffield with the throw. They won the ball. Attention maker is Lucas Powell and finds Johnny in the semi-final qualified semi-final. 23. It's not the best of starts, but yes, exactly. 60. The Sheffield darts team, so it's going to be
yes, 20 because it's not these players inside out. Yes, the tension being, you know,
81.
Already had quite good scores already.
11.
81 there is palpable, and that's impressive. Well, Johnny is the final, the qualified semi-final.
Okay, and second 16 in a row now. That was yes, exactly.
60.
Nick, yes, you can gather the pressure here is going to be
yes, because it starts, you've got the crowd pumping to know side up the best attention. I mean, Johnny Kirk,
81.
81 Johnny for Johnny Kirk. That's impressive.
Straight on
60.
Solid, very solid.
Okay, it's a double 43 now.
43. Well, it's steady, but if one of these players hits a 150 in the leg, finishes down there. But of course, you've got to finish on a double.
Yes, it's important to note now that the best leg for Johnny Kirk is 415 in darts.
It's a great occasion.
Exactly. And the dedication, especially Kieran Fitzgiven. Because Kieran Fitzgiven, Tim, if you didn't know, he is a season ticket holder for Man City for 17 years. That's dedication.
It's winning United fan away making the comments about the crowd here and the crowd size. If one of these players hits a 150 in the leg, it's really not wise to do so in that sense. But of course, you've got to finish on a double. See Johnny here.
45.
Starts before, if you've watched this for the first time, it's a great occasion.
Exactly, and the dedication, especially Kieran Fitzgiven, University of Sheffield for Dartsity, and he did last year, and he was victorious, Tim, if you didn't know. So he could be season ticket holder for Man City for 17 years. That's dedication.
It's really not wise to do so in that sense, but
definitely not.
121.
And Johnny Kirk is the previous very good captain for University of Sheffield. He did it last year, and he was victorious as captain. So could it be his year as
91?
Johnny. Yep. And Johnny got to spot now. No doubt he will find
40. Hallam 121.
Just the first leg, Johnny. After that, the green bit gone inside. That means you're going to hit because you're in an odd number now. That means you've got to try to get to 0. Get to an even number and a double. And
no score. 91.
68. So triple 20, double 4 what we expect in. So 20. As we see 8. So I think this is tops.
20.
That was near
Hallam 30.
It was.
That was a shot to nowhere, Tim.
Just the first leg, double 15.
Game shot and the first leg. Sheffield Hallam. Second leg and Sheffield Hallam the throw first. Game on. No score.
Kieran Prince the throw, 68, triple 20, double 4 will extend his advantage to 20.
100.
Nice little ton there from Kieran, and a nice settler that for Hallam. They do take a 1-0 lead here, Nick.
It is.
100.
Great start for Johnny Kirk as well. 100. Fantastic stuff.
Nice ton reply there from Johnny, and it's
23.
And it's forced the error, 23. So Johnny with the advantage now, looking to break back, and that was near a tops that dart. Just that was That was a better one from this angle. We're just to the right-hand side of the stage here, so we've got a little bit of an angle here to try and work out what's going on. But
do you want to know some interesting facts, Tim?
Did
you know Johnny Kirk, his favourite double is double 14?
Double 14. Well, if any of you are major fans of darts, you will realise that Johnny may have some ancestral Austrian vibe in him, because Mensa Sulovic, who is a very well-known darts player across the PDC, his favourite double is double 14. So
that's an excellent fact there.
You do wonder if Johnny is secretly Austrian in that sense. But a nice ton there for Kieran.
Have you ever been to Austria, Tim?
Never been to Austria.
Never been to Austria?
Never been to Austria. Been to Spain 6 times, and I know they have actually darts around the world. They have the Gibraltar Open. So that's,
Gibraltar. I've never been to Gibraltar.
That's a nice one. Never been there myself.
I want to go to Gibraltar.
Yeah. As we see Kieran in the lead here, 180 plays, 318 in Hallam's favour. Johnny, one leg behind, first to 3 in this first match. 7 matches tonight at this Dartsity event. And yeah, I mean, darts in general is massive around the world now. I mean, you look at the power of MVG, Gary Anderson, Peter Wright, Adrian Lewis, Phil Taylor's won 16 world titles. So you look at that and you think to yourself, darts itself is in a great shape at the minute.
Yeah,
and,
I'll be honest with you, Tim. I've never played darts. Never played darts. So you never know. I can win a raffle. I can get up there. Today night could be my first time.
95 looks to go to the ball route. 25 would have left 20, and which would have left the ball option available. But I think we'll just settle down there. 32. So Kieran 63. Johnny back on 239, and he's got to really pressure this. He needs at least one treble there.
And he wouldn't want to lose. Johnny Kirk wouldn't want to lose, especially considering he's former captain. So maybe he is former captain for a reason, because he is slightly behind.
As we see, I think that's a 17 there, which leaves. Well, we see that. Well, that's that's left double 9. He's.
Wow, Tim, to really do the mathematics of darts is quite complicated, Tim. Very is complicated mathematics. It's quite structured.
Kieran, before that shot went inside and double 9, he's going to switch, which will leave 6 for the double. Well, that was really inside.
That was a failure there.
He's left double 3, and any dart player out there, double 3, unless he darts stack, which Phil Taylor's the obvious, the guy who has always done this. If the darts don't stack, it blocks the bed. But Kieran's darts do stack a fair bit, so this should be a nice marker there. But not quite there. I think he's bust that. He's hit the 19. But chance for Johnny at 147, I think it is, but needed treble 20, treble 17 for double 18 that shot. A bit of pressure there, 41, but double 3 for a 2-0 advantage. It's a horrible double at the bottom of the board, and as we see there, he is left the famous Madhouse double 1. It's known as the Madhouse next. But,
double 1's not a very difficult thing to find.
106. I think that's 40 there. So just try and. Well, maybe not.
Okay, another go now. He needs to get double 1. Can he do it? Can he do it? Kieran Fitzgiven here.
Double 1 touch inside. No. So 97, treble 19 for double top here for Johnny Kirk to level up this match at 1 apiece. That's the 19. So we go to 78. Treble 18 would leave double 12. 20 leaves tops. 42. And he doesn't hit the 20. So double 1 for a 2-0 lead here for Kieran. To the right-hand side. Green bit. No. No. So Johnny, 55 chance here. Here we go.
Yes.
The crowd rise. 15, he's hit that for tops.
And he needs a double 20.
And he's got it. It was a
15.
Third leg, it'll be University of Sheffield.
Johnny levels up this match at 1 apiece, and we could be in for a mini classic here as we start this first match here. Remember, we are live on Forge TV, what's known as the after party here, and Johnny straight in there. No doubt the adrenaline will be thriving through his body here, Nick.
And the crowd as well. They're all there, supporting. Well, some of them remember who they are. They're sort of, the crowd at darts.
Johnny, I think he's got that. Looking to switch there, but 59, I just missed outside that elusive treble 20 there. Kieran looking to find that same target. Solid from Kieran, 60. To be honest, if you throw straight at this, to be honest, at this level, I mean, there will be various differing in levels throughout the night. We'll be more fine, but if you can get a 60, a 55-60 average, you should be able to triumph in this. I mean, if you look at the world record average, Van Gerwen 123.4, which he achieved against a guy called Michael Smith in the Premier League last year. The difference between that and this is obviously quite high, but obviously
121.
There we see Johnny, 121. That's great. That really is great, and that pushes puts the pressure right on Kieran now.
Yeah, so that means he just needs 179 left to get, which is quite a feat to do.
Just under 100 ahead, Johnny. So he'll just try and throw straight here, settle the nerves. He's a 1-3-4. If he can go triple 20, triple 14, double 16, that's the route he will likely go here. If he does hit the triple 20,
University of Sheffield.
not enough. You can only finish below 170 there, Johnny. Looking to, and I think he's got options here.
Yes, he does. Loads of options. He needs to sort of work his way around to get that 134 checkout.
Looks to switch to the 19s and 46. Well, that's okay. That's only 88. Triple 20 loose, double 14, 68, triple 16 loose top. So he's got again options, and that's the great thing about darts is that you've got so many different combinations to an extent. You can go out, but Johnny, 88.
He needs a triple 16 and a double 20. That's a good possible.
Goes
Could he do it?
20 route. I think he's just trying to go down the ball. 42. Well, here we go. 1-3-2. This is a great shot because you go ball, double 16, and 25, triple 19 ball. That's the finish for that. But Kieran misses the 25 there. And Johnny to go ahead. Will he go 14? I think he likes double 14, so he might go there. He only goes 6.
Yeah, that's game shot of the
10 for double 18. So Johnny does take a 2-1 lead. I mean, he lost double 14, but other side of the board there. And double 18, it's the Dutch play. The Dutch plays now. It's a great shot there from Kieran. Great start to the leg, 120. And I mean, we've got a lot of Dutch players. We've got Jelle Klassen, Van Gerwen, Raymond van Barneveld, Benito van der Paz is another darts player now coming onto the PDC main stage. And they love the double 18 route. Johnny did there. But we see Kieran, very good start in this leg, Nick.
Now I believe this is your first Dartsity, Tim.
First Dartsity, yeah.
What do you think of the crowd? You like?
It's great. Well, I've been to. I'm actually going to the Premier League darts in May, the 4th of May, actually, where you've got Van Gerwen against Taylor. I think Wade is playing.
41.
I'm not sure if Wade's playing actually. I think it might be playing Van Barneveld, but I'll double check that. Sorry, Wade's playing Anderson. Sorry, and I think Chizzy's playing.
And the crowd have risen. The crowd are now cheering on their player. It's part of darts. It's a great atmosphere. Yeah. So this is Dartsity 2017.
But yeah, I mean the Premier League itself is a great occasion because I've actually seen 2 9 darters missed at double 12, and it's great because the crowd rise up. You get the first 3 perfect darts, 180. The second 180 goes in. The chant for that 9 darter is on a lot of the time, and as we see, at times it is so deafening when it happens, but so gut-wrenching when it doesn't happen. You really feel it's that close. It's so elusive. It's such the chance of it happening in the game is so unlikely, and when it does happen, it's sensational, really. But we see here,
85.
Kieran has a very good lead, 2-1 to Johnny. So it looks like it will go down to that last leg, 105. So as we see, I think we're in the 17s. Might have gone for the 15 there, but. As we see the crowd, if you love the dart, stand up. That's one of the traditional tunes here at Dartsity.
Yes, the chants have started. It's the standing up, exactly what you want here at darts. This is great. So we're here, Alton Forge TV. This is Dartsity 2017, and a great atmosphere.
To level it up at tops, double 10.
Okay, so Kieran.
40.
Needed 60, but only got 40.
Well, at least he's gone outside the 20. If you go inside, then you leave double 10, and then you leave you leave 10, 45, and you go inside that 10. 20. It's a nightmare to double that double 5.
It is.
Double 10.
So we can get a 19.
Double 10. No score. Well, 189. Johnny's still not on the finish, so he will try and put that pressure on here.
Yes, because it's probably a lot easier.
Well, that's all right. That's a nice tongue. So double 10.
Yes, this is compared to.
There it is.
And the ball flag, Sheffield Hallam.
So here we go.
Brings it into the last leg, Tim. Which
Game on.
Very exciting.
Here we go. 2-2. Johnny has the darts in this last leg. Let's see what happens.
42.
42. Well, that's it will be interesting to see how Kieran responds to that, because 42, at times you can think it's a bad shot, but at the end of the day, if you can keep yourself in that leg, if you can throw straight to a large extent, you should be okay. But Johnny,
45.
See, I've never been that, like, darts is alright, but I'm more of a pool player. Like,
but that's the thing. I mean, with a lot of these games, I mean, a lot of these games are inside, and I guess darts at times, pool at times, snooker at times, they're easy to follow. And,
exactly.
I mean, I've always been attracted to darts. I've had a dartboard in my room since I was a kid, and no doubt a lot of these players up on the stage would have had the same. I mean,
any darts injuries from a kid?
Not really, actually. I think I must have busted a few curtains in my time. But
let
me see Kieran at 85. Well, that's solid from Kieran. It leads by 74 points on Johnny Kirk's throw. So Hallam with the advantage. Here we're live on Full TV
43.
for what is this? I think it's been nicknamed the after party of darts, as we see. Kieran looking to find that treble 20. He looks to switch to the 19. That's a low dart on the treble 19 there, but he has a lead, and Johnny just 60. Behind, looks to put the pressure. Needs a treble here, really. Needs a treble just to put the pressure. It will be interesting, because the next game, from what I've seen, is going to be an absolute cracker. It's Danny Hall against Johnny Marshall. That's a great ton there. Great ton from Kieran, and that puts him in the driving seat for this leg, Nick.
Yeah, so that means that Kieran needs 177 left to get to 0.
You can hear the Hallam fans in the background.
It's always a good chant.
44.
Remember, we are
good chant.
just south of 900 people in here today, so it should be a great occasion. Left 133, Kieran. So we've got treble 20, treble 19, double 8. That's the finish for that shot. It would be incredible if he could actually do it. No, missed the treble. So he will switch, and
15.
well, that's not at all good. So Johnny, a chance here to put on the pressure. Johnny in his one will be thinking, I have to have at least maybe 6 darts left.
So Kieran on the 100.
Well, 118 here for Kieran. So
yeah, so 118 for Kieran. That's a triple 20, 18 and double 20. Can he do it?
Goes the 18s route here, Kieran, I think, and looks to
go for a double 20, triple 20, and then a double 20.
78.
Well, that's good. Well, this would be remarkable, Johnny. This is the highest finishing darts, 170. Can he get the big fish, as it's been nicknamed before? Doesn't go, and Kieran will come back. He set it up well from starting on the 18s route for tops. So Hallam, a chance to win here, Kieran.
Yes.
It will be his first game here at Dartsity, and looks to win that, but can't. Goes inside the double 10, and Johnny on 115 goes the 19s, then tries to switch for the 18s, but in the end Kieran will come back for double 5, and Kieran's got a problem here. Kieran's got a problem here. He might actually switch. He might go 2 double 4. We might see that, but will he go straight for the double 5? Touch inside. What's that? Green grass, a double 5. No, he's gone inside, and Johnny with the chance at 75. He make a treble 17, double 12 here. That's what a lot of the players do. 17 does lead the 18. Tops here for the win. No, that was north. That was a very long way north. But got to be careful on the big number here. Double 2. Up a bit.
This is getting intense here.
Yeah, that's
and he's got it.
And done it. And
he's got it. Hallam taking
Hallam.
1 lead. On double 2, the 5, he hit the big number well, and that's so hard at times under this sort of pressure. And Kieran Fitzgiven for Hallam puts them ahead. And Johnny shakes his head there. You can see how annoyed and frustrated he is at himself. And I think he knows he could have produced better darts at times there. Yes. But obviously the pressure is so great, and when you have 900 people in here, it is so difficult at times. And
very
Hallam do take a 1-0 lead. What we got coming up in the next few hours, we've got 2 raffles, and of course we have
enjoy that first game.
And we'll head over to the MC now.
That brings the score to Sheffield Hallam 1, University of Sheffield 0. But now it's time for our first raffle draw of the evening. 2 of you get to play on stage, and it's time to do that. If you've got your white tickets, if you're from Hallam, Kieran will now make the draw. Pick one out, mate. Number 241 for the white tickets. 241 for the white tickets. Please go to the desk where you bought them from in order to claim your prize. And for the University of Sheffield, ticket 20. Please go to the desk.
There we go then. Sheffield Hallam take the first lead in the first game of darts here at Dartsity 2017. Guys, pretty good atmosphere so far, isn't it? How was that for you?
Yeah, well, it was a great game because it looked like after the first leg that Kieran Fitzgiven was going to run away with it. He looked like he was going to take the second comfortably, and then just couldn't check out that 2. All he needed was double 1, and I think he choked to some extent on that second game, and but he came back and he played as a winner should, and despite that mishap, came back to it.
Brilliant. And Dan, for you, how was that for the first game of darts of the evening?
Yeah, it's been a quite good start, obviously, so far. The crowd is sort of filling in as we've been playing as well. And we also had, I think, 2 121s as well in 3 darts, which, so as the players are getting warmed up, we're getting closer and closer to try and get as high as possible. Whether we see a higher than 121 this evening, I don't know. But the crowd already have started to get up, really on their feet, really getting behind the players, and it's just a great spectacle so far to watch. So, yeah.
Okay, we're going to go back over to the MC as things are going to get underway for the second game tonight, and we're going to head over to our commentators.
And now, representing Hallam. I can't say I've ever met this man before, but he's chatting bollocks all evening. It's Charlie, the Fire Marshal!
What a wonderful hat he's about to walk on with. I'm only John Way Sam Constance. How are you, Sam?
I'm doing really well today. Ready for
the Fire Marshal is arriving.
Let's see what he can do. Will he get on a hot streak?
Why do I always get Dartsity with people with headwear? Last time I had someone with a Lion King mask, now I've got this.
It's funny, it gets the crowd going though, doesn't it? Oh, and it's off.
Oh, it's off. I hope he doesn't do the rest of the striptease, that's all I'm hoping for. It's like the full Monty, but I hope it stops here.
Yeah, normally you have to pay for that.
Yes, welcome back to Target Dartsity even. It's sponsored by Target. Unfortunately, none of the darts players can hit the target, especially from that first game. But Hallam lead by 1-0 as we're playing the best of 7 overall. Sam, how did you rate that first game?
It wasn't great, was it? I must say, it was a very lacklustre start between Johnny Kirk and Kieran, but yeah, it kind of got a little bit more intense as it went on. We had a few, 120s, a few 100s, but it wasn't. I hope it does get better though.
You're hard to please, aren't you?
Oh yes, of course. So I'm a dart connoisseur.
Yes, I got clobbered before the evening started by the MC this evening, who said that I'm a bit of a local legend in the darts club, mainly because of my awful commentary last year, quote unquote. So expect more of the same, lads. If you're watching back, enjoy it. The rest of you just try and enjoy it. We might come on to your favourite curry at some point, because that was a running theme last year. But that's what we could be doing right now. We could be Saturday night takeaway, couldn't we?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, what's your favourite takeaway?
We'll go for curry this year. I think it's got to be a Ceylon, which is quite hot.
Ooh, that's. I am a fan of a spicy curry. I must say. I'm more of a. I have a local Indian restaurant near me, and chicken chat is my favourite.
Ooh, very good. Right, we've got to pay attention now. It's actually going to start. Hallam are going to throw first, so we've got to take it mildly seriously for the start.
Yes.
Oh, they scored 95 as well, so we really do have to
exactly.
take it. I was hoping he'd score like 36 or something, and then
Charlie
we could just
Fire
take
Marshal
the mick.
is actually being on fire.
He is on fire. It doesn't really fit with the song, does it, though? It's not exactly Will Briggs on fire.
No, exactly. Calling yourself on fire. And we have a 95 as well.
A 95 and
100.
100. And then a 30. We're back on form here in Target Dartsity. I know, we can calm down for a bit. What do you think? Do you think it's important to win this first leg? I'm trying to take this seriously as I can.
Well, to be fair, the first leg is probably the most important. We've seen it with all the other sports in varsity, and if you get that first leg or that first goal, that first point, it is vital to push you on for the rest of the match.
It certainly is, as Danny Hall's hitting a ball really well. Yes. You heard the ooh behind us, because it's not like there was going to be a 180 on him for the first time. There's been one 180 in 2 years of Dartsity, so don't expect one, but we nearly had one. Exactly. It's all getting very exciting.
That would have been
There's another treble 20 here. Oh, and another. Hit it! He came so close. Another a double 140. So he's got 76 left. That'll be the checkout next time he comes. I'm going to scroll through my iPad to find what 76 is. Treble 20, I'm told, and then double 8. I'm going to have to turn around to be able to see the board, because we're both stood in front of it. He's gone for the 20, so it's still a chance. Now there's not a chance. He just needs to set it up ready for the next leg, and he's completely missed the board. So he'll have
36.
40
He's got
when he comes
40,
back.
so
It'll be double top.
20.
Yeah, Marshall still isn't on the finish on 195. So double top for the first leg then for...
You'd think that he could do it.
Danny Hall. Oh, he's hit the 20. Double 10. Oh, he's hit the 6.
So double 5.
No, that doesn't work.
That's 6, isn't it? I'm looking at the wrong
double
number.
7 it was. I'm glad his maths is better than mine. So Marshall back on 114, and he's hit 1, so he's on 113.
It's always a good start. Start slow.
Right, 14, double 7 then for Hall. He's got
and there it is, he's got
Great start. A couple of 140s as well, so that will really settle him down. That's a superb leg from Hall.
Oh yeah, that was one of the best legs that I've seen today.
He's averaging 79.11 so far.
Amazing.
That passes in the rubbish darts in the BDO. That's quite good.
That's amazing.
I mean, he's hit it twice again, is he? Oh, he's only got it done it! He's got it done it! The second 180 in Dartsity history! What? I can't believe it!
And the smoke machines are going off.
Come on! He's on for the 9 darts!
If the 9 dart happens, it is scenes.
He's on for the... He's 4! Oh, I was getting really excited there. Oh, it's not bad though. Oh,
that was unbelievable. That was the first 180 in like 3 years, I think.
We were 4 into a 9 dart. I was having a heart attack over on the side. Forget your curry and what your favourite one is. That was incredible. That was the most exciting thing I've seen in many years. I know I can't see the screen, so I'm just going to sort of have to guess what they're all hitting.
So it's a 96.
It's fine. The screen's back.
140 left for Danny Hall.
140 doable.
Yep.
Certainly doable. Oh, I can't see. I can't tell you if it's doable or not, because we stood right behind the scorer, so I'm just sort of peering around the corner. He's hit 45, so simmer down, he's on 95. Marshall back on 310 after that hot start against the fire. There you go. 95 to get.
It does seem like Danny Hall is putting out the fire very well.
He went for bowling, I think he's missed it, but I can't really see. I'm just going to sort of guess at where he's throwing to.
He's just hit the 10 and now he's just hit the 5. So
thank you. He's got 40, 225. So Marshall's still not going to finish. Obviously, you've got to be below 170 to check out. So 55. I can probably work this out from the rest of it. Hopefully. I'm going to peer around again. I'm peering.
Well,
I'm spending my evening peering. He's hit. Oh, he's hit treble 15, is he? Or has he just hit 15? Tops. It'll be. Then he's got it.
Unbelievable.
I don't know. I think he hit treble 15 for double 5. So that's incredible. He went a roundabout way of it, but he's 2-0 up his Hall, and if he can win the next leg, he'll win overall. That's a good start though from Marshall, who's hit a 140.
Wow, that's an impressive comeback with the 140 there, you've got to say. Yeah, this is probably one of the highest scoring matches that we're going to have.
I was all here to take the mick out of the darts. It's not happened. And if I told you that Hall's first 9 dart average is above 100 at the moment, that is literally incredible. He's averaging 100.8 8-6 as he goes into this throw. It might go down now, although he's hit the treble 20 there, so it probably won't. Oh no, he didn't hit the treble 20. I was at a weird angle.
11 and 30. We've come back down to. We can get back in your seats.
Bang! really have. No, I back Hall to get 100 here. I'm going to say it. It's coming. It's coming. Can you feel it?
Okay.
Can you feel it?
Can you feel it?
Here it comes. Oh.
Are you ready?
Please hit the treble.
Oh, unlucky. I think that's the 5.
He wasn't far off though, I must
45,
say.
not
So
bad.
Marshall back on 290, and he's going to go as I turn around for 25 and 40. The irony of us standing by the side of the stage, and yet I'm having to turn around and face my back to the darts to be able to see the darts. In this
Darts is a funny sport.
We're not in a great position. The crowd are very much getting into this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're loving it. Just seeing everyone. You've got that kind of confrontational thing that you get with the octagon, where you've got the Hallam on one side, Uni on the other, staring each other down. Makes for a great atmosphere.
Yeah, we should say not for a varsity point, but as I said last year, I really hope this is for a varsity point next year, because it was a brilliant event last year. It's turning into already a brilliant event this year. The Target Dartsity 2017. Thank you for watching, and we have to say thank you for watching, because you could be spending your Saturday night doing something much better. Hall stuck back on 225, so he's not troubling, and the fireman Marshall on 94. Chance for a checkout here. He's hit the 18 and the 5, so we won't be able to check out now. And a 10.34.
Yeah, the
Has he
fire
set himself?
he's coming back now, isn't he? He's put those first 2 legs behind him.
You could almost say he's extinguished the threat of Danny Hall.
Oh,
there you go. There you go.
Are we just going to have a competition who can get the most puns in?
Yes, we are. 61 then for Marshall. And he's hit the bullseye, so he's on 11 left, so he can't get it there. So it'll be, he's hit treble 3, 9, double 1. And he's just missed it, so he'll be back on 61. Yeah, if he'd have hit it was a very roundabout way of going it through the manhouse to double 1. It was interesting, it didn't work, it nearly worked.
Yeah, well, we saw it earlier with that treble 15 on was it the double 5 as well?
Yeah, 61 again, he's gone for ball, he's hit 14, so 47 left, 7 for tops, 7 for tops, 7 for tops, missed it. So he'll be on double 10 next time. Hall is on 89, he's got to try and check out. I'm going to turn him back again. He's hit treble 19, so that's 57, so it's 30, double 16, missed it, double 8. Missed it again.
I'm glad your maths is better than mine.
It's not, I thought it was double 15 and missed it completely. Right, Marshall, double 10. Got it, and it's 2-1 on legs, and we move into a 4th leg again, and Hall will have the throw. So Marshall's won on his own throw, which is to be expected.
Yeah, you would say that. It's maybe now he can try and go back for the...
It's not a bad start, is it?
My heart stopped.
For a minute, do you think it was 180?
I thought it was another 180 and I was going to scream.
No, we have one every 2 years. It's a biennial event that we've already seen, so no more 180s tonight, in case you're wondering. But come back in a couple of years' time.
In 2 years' time.
Dartsity 2018, you'll have your next 180. You'll be great fun. Oh, I wish I was joking. I'm not. So, yes. This. Do you think he'll be able to close the deal out though, Hall, on his own throw?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, Danny Hall's playing some really good darts. I can't see his averages from here because I've got a massive black pole in the way. But
he's averaging 74.13. His first 9 are 89.42. I've realised instead of looking over, we've got a big scoreboard all the way over, but I've got the laptop that's controlling it next to me.
Oh, wow.
So I could just see it out the corner of my eye all the time.
That's convenient.
I was wasting my eyesight. What I've got left of it. Exactly. I've still got to turn around and see the dartboard, I should say. Ball knocks a couple into the 20 and then slides away into the 5, which you'll be able to see. So this is the joy of not being on radio. I'm used to radio commentary like you, Sam.
Exactly.
But people can see it now, so I don't have to explain everything that happens.
Yeah.
So I can talk about Curry.
Exactly. You can just do whatever you want, really. Well, I say whatever you want.
No, I can't do everything I want. Hall on 164, but he can't check out from here, having slid into the 7 there. But he'll have 80 when he comes
check
back.
out on 80.
He certainly can. Marshall back on 226, and he won't be able to check out next time. So six darts from 80 for Hall to take the second match of the evening. He's hit 20, so he's still got 60. It'll be double tops. He's got 20, double 10. Got it! Great finish. He didn't mean to do it like that, but he's won the second match by 3 legs to 1, and that ties up Target Dartsity on the night. Sam, some really good darts there from Danny Hall.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant. I was going into this expecting, 11s being flown about, and we had a few 9s in the last match. No, unbelievable. We've had a 180, we've had 140s, crawling all over the place. It's been a great game.
A deserved win for Danny Hall. He's hit that 180, which we keep on going on about. He's averaged throughout his game, he's averaged 73.63. I was told in the build-up, if anyone averaged over 60, that would be impressive. So 73.63 is incredible. His first 9 averaged out at 89.42, so take the checkouts out of it, even more impressive. And he's done really well there to beat Marshall. Marshall himself didn't average badly, he averaged just around 60, so he's not done badly there. He'll feel perhaps pretty hard done by not to have won.
He will feel, he was on a bit of a trailblaze there. There you go, 101 the punt.
There you go.
But he was doing very well, and to come up against an opponent with such good form like that, it's going to be unlucky, but he's just got to pick himself up and deal with it.
We'll come back with some more fire puns in a minute. Let's hand over to your presenters, and Will Moran.
Nathan and Sam, now we're going to head over to some interviews now over here. Dan Bridge is with the University of Sheffield player.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm joined with Danny, the winner of the second round for the University of Sheffield, taking their first point. First of all, absolutely well done for doing it. You've got a first 180 as well. How did it feel as soon as you hit that?
Obviously, I actually missed 2 on the 140 a couple of shots before, and it was playing on my mind a bit, but I was just glad to get it in. Obviously, it helps wins legs. A lot of people say it's doubles, but obviously, scoring helps win it as well.
And obviously, you went up 2 legs straight away. How are you feeling at that point? Are you feeling quite calmly confident, or still a bit nervous? How did your opponent play, do you think?
I've not really seen Charlie play too much before, but I know he's a good player. I've been told that he can play some really good darts. Charlie will know himself that he can play a bit better, but going to it looks obviously an advantage. With the first of 3, you've obviously got a couple of legs to help you out, but I was just glad to get the win in the end.
Fantastic. And obviously the crowd's now really filling up, and as soon as you hit that 180, it went absolutely mad. How's the crowd been for you? Been a bit off-putting, really encouraging? What's up?
It's been really good. Last year there was about 450 people here, and then to have about 800 this year, it just shows how big Dartsity's getting and how good it is.
And on that note, where do you see Dartsity going in next year, the year after that? What's the plan?
I'd like to see it become a varsity point. I think it's a growing sport. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. Obviously, I know there's a lot of politics behind that, but obviously, I'd like to see it as a varsity point. I think it'd be a great addition. Obviously, you can see by the crowd how many people actually turn up.
Excellent. Thank you, Danny. Thank you very much. Absolutely well done. And we're now going to move on to our next interview. First of all, excellent name on the back of your shirt, Charlie. Absolutely fantastic. Are you a bit disappointed with the way you played there, or what?
I saw us both in practice room. I went in a lot better than I did there. I saw Danny in the practice room. He were not playing as well as that. He's come on stage. I just couldn't keep up with it. Too many stray darts.
And how do you feel that the crowd has affected you? I mean, obviously this year we've seen the capacity double in size to 800 people. Do you think that helps at all? Do you think that's really helped you on, or what?
I like the crowd. I like it. It brings a good atmosphere to it. It's nice to see it growing as well. It didn't really put me off. I'm quite calm when I'm playing my darts. I don't jump about the stage and that. So
you seem very calm and collected compared to Charlie's got a bit of a sweat on. I mean, how do you feel that they are being on stage in front of the crowd with all the lights? Are you really chilled and calm and collected?
Well, I think there was a bit of pressure on me at the start. Some of my teammates like, oh yeah, go and win. And I thought, seeing Danny in the practice room, I thought I could go out and win. Maybe a bit too complacent with that, but.
And what do you look to have for Dartsity next year, the year after that? What do you personally think that it should be?
It needs to be a point in the actual overall varsity, definitely. It's kind of tagged on at the end. We need to see it make into the proper varsity, because you're getting the numbers here and it's fantastic.
Excellent, thank you very much. And let's head back up to Will, and we can pass on and sort of get his remarks on what's happened today.
Thank you very much, Dan, for that wonderful interview there. We're going to head back over to our commentators right now, I believe. So let's head back over to Aidan, who is your commentator at the minute.
Bloody hell, I wasn't expecting that.
Thanks, Will. I'm on my own. Sam's run away. Oh, he's back. Sam, you're back.
Hello.
I don't want to worry you, but this is a game that's worryingly called the raffle doubles. So someone from the audience who's had far more beers than I is about to get on stage, and that's just a darts player from the Darts Society. They're going to be joined by someone from the audience who's going to pair with them in a leg of 501.
Oh, that's going to be
We could be here for
lovely.
about 35 to 40 minutes. So if you want to make sure, if you want to make sure you're back for the Dartsity proper, cup of tea now.
Yeah, put on curry, you know.
To be fair, if you want the curry now, I will warn you. There's another sort of what we'll call pro celebrity or something like that. There's pro audience darts later on in the evening. So if you order your curry now, arrive for the second one, you can eat it and then come back to Dartsity.
Exactly.
Sounds like fun.
It's the perfect night in.
Should we listen to the introductions? I think we should listen to the introductions.
Representing us, it is Matthew Royal and his raffle winner.
We don't know who the raffle winner is. They're just called the raffle winner.
The raffle winner. What a great name. What if they were christened the raffle winner?
So here comes a darts player and raffle winner. Oh dear. This could go on for a while. I hope it doesn't.
It's kind of almost a raffle winner. It's almost like a play on Ravel Morrison.
We should say that as much as we take the mickey out of this, all the money is going to charity. So it's for a good cause. So despite the fact that we're going to try and take the mick slightly, all the money is going to good cause. So
yeah,
just
we know
to lay that
we'll take the moral high ground on this one.
Yes. Here comes the hammer rock. Oh, hang on. No, maybe she is called raffle winner because this person's called Tom.
Unbelievable.
There you go. On they come in their Hallam shirts and
in the maroon
socks and stuff. Lots of maroon. Doesn't stop the fact that they've lost varsity.
Exactly. One thing I never understood though about the chants that we say that we bleed. They say they bleed maroon and white. We bleed black and gold.
To be fair, red and white blood cells, they're not far off. We can't bleed black and gold. That's just wrong.
Yeah, they're more scientifically
I'd like to take the scientific high ground. I'd like to think that we had the better scientists. Obviously not.
Well,
we're
to be
bleeding
fair, we won varsity and we don't even have a physical education course.
That's very true. I certainly don't have a physical education course. I'm 20 stone and can't run anywhere. So darts is my sport. I should really take it seriously, shouldn't I? It should be a privilege. But
here we go. This is
there's going to be a bit of a warm-up, can't there? I mean, he's missed the board with his... So if those 3 darts had have counted, he'd have scored 1.
Well, that's always a good start.
Yes. The other worrying thing, I said it was a leg of 501. It's a leg of 701. So he really can't order that curry. It'll probably arrive before this is finished.
We'll see daylight before this is finished.
I nearly entered this raffle because I thought it'd be really fun to have to play in the Pro Celebrity Doubles with a handheld microphone whilst commentating.
Yeah, that would be
really
really
fun. That would have been impressive.
Although you would have left me on my own.
No, because I'd have commentated from up there. You'd been able to hear me. We could have still had this rapport.
Okay.
I nearly said the B word then. I nearly said the B word.
The B word.
Banter.
Oh.
I nearly said banter.
That made my skin
crawl. I know. Exactly. Just warm. Do you have to warm up in darts? I mean, I have a bit of a bruise where my elbow is, so I can't actually do that at the moment without much pain. I can't do the throwing action.
You know, a bit of magic sponge will be fine. Let's just get some football.
Be fair. This guy who hit 1 earlier actually hit 60 this time, so maybe we won't be here for so long.
See, warming up does count.
I hope you've ordered the kofta. It's a very good choice. Kofta tikka masala.
I'm not a fan
Here
of
we go. Let's go back to curry whilst they're warming up. Naan. What naan do you go for?
Oh, I am a fan of garlic naan, but my dad asked for a spicy naan. In a restaurant, and I have no idea what a spicy naan is to this day.
Naan? The one that scares me is cheese naan. Cheese is not a thing in Indian cookery.
The one that scares me is a peshwari.
No, because peshwari naan's great.
No, you think that it's going to be savoury, and then suddenly you've got
oh, it's sweet. What I don't understand is, have we started, or are we just writing in 701? Oh, we have actually started.
Unbelievable.
We'll
Here
keep
we go.
on talking about naans. Fun tip with a naan. Buy it the night before, have it for breakfast in the morning. Because if you have a starter and a main course, that's quite filling. But if you've then got the naan spare, you can wake up at like a few beers, like I have with a curry, wake up about 12:30, and then you think, Sunday morning, I've got a naan just before football's on.
Oh, exactly.
Brilliant.
Who doesn't want a naan in the morning?
Exactly. Although we're saying this is celebrity pro audience doubles, I would still like the University of Sheffield to win, just for more moral high ground. Not only that we've done for society, but also that we've won.
Exactly.
I care more about winning than society, I think. I'm not a very good liberal.
Oh. Well, we've got to think that all of this is for charity as well.
If Jeremy Corbyn's listening, I'm sorry, Jeremy. I've deceived you highly.
I'll be honest, I don't think that Jeremy Corbyn would be listening to the darts.
Oh, well, to be fair, Jeremy Corbyn can probably affect this more than he can the electorate. So,
he's probably sat on a train somewhere.
Do you think he's found a seat for it though? Or
Probably
do you think
not.
He's just lied about it?
I mean, I'm going
yeah.
home tomorrow, and I had to sit in, on the floor. I didn't make a big deal out of it.
Full disclosure, I'm not a Tory, so it's fine. I also voted Remain in Brexit. If you're interested, I feel like I should clear that up for the audience.
Are we allowed to discuss our political opinions on
It's darts, of course we are. We can do whatever we want.
Should we go back to the actual darts? Maybe just give an update.
Hallam are below what they should be in a normal leg of darts. We got to at this point. They're down to 4-4-6. I was waiting for the man to our left to press enter, but he did it quite well. Thank you, sir. Thank you, you were on time. The University of Sheffield, we've hit 55 with the pro audience doubler. So they're on 4-5-3, so they're just about behind. But it's a close leg.
Yeah, I was looking at the scoreboard and I actually forgot that it was one pro and one non-pro because I couldn't actually distinguish the scores.
Wow, that was harsh. But both teams are averaging just below 50. The University of Sheffield actually have just gone above to 55.5. Hallam averaging about 50 dead on at the moment. So the audience aren't as bad as I thought they were. The audience also aren't as bad as we remember. Last year we had Greg Unwin from Sport Sheffield on, and I think he'd had a few beverages, and it was all over the place.
Just throwing it wherever it hits. Just
Greg, if you're listening, I know you're not listening because I can see you at the corner of my eye, but if you're watching this back in the future, we still like you. Your darts was terrible. It was really bad.
Flashbacks.
I know. To be fair, I criticise darts. If I went on the stage, I assume you're the same, Sam, I would be terrible.
Oh yeah, I do a lot of this. I criticise people, especially in football as well. I say, oh, why did you do that? And then I would not be able to do anywhere near what they do.
As I've already said, I can't run, but that doesn't stop me slagging off Zlatan Ibrahimovic every week.
I mean, you've seen me.
I can't really slag him off today, considering that he didn't play, but a glorious 0-0 draw at home to West Brom.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Man United fan. That's a fantastic result.
Same here. That's
West Brom are a brilliant team.
Tough fixture.
Yes. Really was. Well, Chelsea lost. Crystal Palace. They're still going to win the title. Right, we're down to in the mid-200s, so we're getting close now. I'm sort of getting to darts mode at this point. This is where I get excited.
It's
for the
like
darts.
when you're in a queue for a really nice ride at like Disney World, and you can see the ride, and you're like, oh.
No, it's like when you're in the queue at Morrison's or Sainsbury's. Other supermarkets are available, and you know that you bought yourself those Dairy Lee like stackables, the Lunchable things. Is it Dairy Lee? You see you bought one of them and you're like, I really want to pick them up and eat them in the shop. And I'm like, come on, we'll get to the front of the queue. And then they've got to the front of the queue and I'm like, here we go, we're off. And then I get my Lunchables. Other Lunchables are available. They're probably not available. You know the ones I mean.
Or I could try and link it back to curry and say that
do
it's
they
like
do
when
curry
you're...
Lunchables?
Well, no, I was going to say that.
Good, wouldn't it?
That would be amazing.
Would that be good? I'm going to try and get nods from down the production bench. Would that be good? If they had curry-flavoured Lunchables, like cheese and then like chicken tikka. No, is that just ham?
But what if they were
what
like
about the
little
chicken
slices
one? There's chicken and pepperoni. The chicken one's fine. Pepperoni, no.
Wow, the verdict is in, folks.
Okay.
Oh,
right, let's concentrate.
97.
So,
where did this happen?
University of Sheffield are on 97 for the checkout. The celebrity is on. Is it Gwyneth Paltrow? I think it might be.
No, this is a raffle winner, isn't it?
No, but it's Gwyneth Paltrow. It's celebrity doubles. She's hit treble 15, so that's 45. Then the second one, I can't see where that's gone. Then that's hit the one.
That's hit
so it's 46.
High.
So it's left the pro with 51, which is doable.
Yeah, not too bad.
Hallam have got the pro on 127 here, we think. There's a bit of confusion. Yes, because the score has gone from 207 to 227, which is impossible in darts. That's 39, and that's 56. He said it before I could. So the University of Sheffield to win this pro celebrity doubles on 51 has hit 7, so that's 46. Is that right? 46? But that's
don't ask my
40.
maths.
No, that's just wrong. That's what that is wrong.
That is a 12.
Hallam have got 71.
Interesting
The crowd member is in with a 1, so that's 70 left. Hit the 20 probably, and then bullseye. 20 ball would be easiest, or treble 20 double 5. I'm showing that I can do maths here.
You're saying this.
Treble 20 double 5. He didn't know what he was doing. Is it 5? I think that's rubbish. Oh, yeah, the 20. Fair play. Right. 39 for the University of Sheffield to win this audience doubles. Double 7. Why is it double?
Oh, and
actually. Is it double 17? I don't know what 39. You can't double 39. It's a prime number. 49 to win then for Hallam.
That's probably my
12, 49, 48, 47, 37. You still can't get that. So you're going to have to hit something else. You've hit 17, so you've left 20. Double 10. Double 10. Double 10. Oh, you missed. 21 for the University of Sheffield. Come on. If we want to take the glory here, we're going to go mental if they win it.
It's
3, so 18, so
scenes.
12. No, double 9. You've missed it. You've missed it. Hallam have double 10.
21 and 20.
But the audience double is on, so I'm not worried. No, I was right not to be worried. But our audience double. 21 for the University of Sheffield to win. Oh, he's wearing Stone Island. I hope he loses. Sorry.
What do you have against Stone Island?
16 left. Double 8. It's double 8. Oh, wasn't far off. Double 5. Hallam Pro in. He's locking aim. Fires. Scores. Hallam have won the audience pro double.
And I think that's the biggest match of the night.
That really was the biggest match of the night. Hallam averaged, both teams averaged just about 40. Hallam had the slight edge, 40.44. So you need 40.29, but I think fair enough.
Oh yeah, that was a really good matchup.
What did we learn from that match? We learned no curried Lunchables, Peshwari naan for breakfast.
Thank you very much, Aidan and Sam. That was the audience pro doubles here at Dartsity 2017. Guys, how was that? That was pretty exciting, right?
It was audience pro doubles just without the pros. It was fantastic. No, in a way though, it was a disappointment because I think when you get people up from the audience, you want to see them being absolutely rubbish. And those two are actually quite good. It was a bit disappointing on that front. I mean, I want to see people throwing the dart into the floor and things like that. And, no, but perhaps later in the night when we have our second one and people have had a few more drinks, we might see a few more wayward darts, which is what you really want to see in the audience doubles matches.
Absolutely. It's got a bit of novelty factor, hasn't it, the audience games?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think that during the hockey or even like the canoe polo or anything like that, you wouldn't really get any sort of audience members coming in for that. So I think it's probably one of the reasons why Dartsity is one of the more sort of unique events at this year's varsity. And whether if it did become an actual varsity event worth a point, whether they'd still have to keep things like that, I don't know. But that would probably be something that would separate it out from the crowd, I think. But yeah, we enjoyed it, they enjoyed it, the crowd definitely enjoyed it. So why not? It seems like a good spectacle to keep. So yeah, we're running well.
Absolutely, and like you say, Dartsity isn't actually a varsity point. Do you think we'll see it turn into a varsity point in maybe next year or in a few years' time?
Well, at the moment, the thinking is no, mainly because it's very highly skewed in terms of ability towards the University of Sheffield at the moment. But I don't see why not. I think it's a fantastic event, and as much as they say, oh, you need to be a sports club, you need to be a sports team, you need to play bucks, we make exceptions for ice hockey. Ice hockey don't play in bucks, and there are other sports on the programme that don't play in bucks and still have a varsity event. So I think the rules can be bent for this.
Definitely. So just before we go over back to the commentators for the third game, we've had some excellent music tonight. What would be your darts walk-on song?
My darts walk-on song? Now, it has to be something linked to your name, and every comedian in the world has pointed out that Hugh sounds a bit like Who. So I think I go with either something by the Who, or maybe something like Who Are Ya?
Quickly, Dan, favourite?
Apache by the Sugar Hill Gang, absolute banger, get the crowd on their feet, job done.
Thank you very much. Okay, over to our commentators now for the third game between Sheffield University and Sheffield Hallam.
Good evening and a very warm welcome back to the live darts varsity. I'm Matt Hutchinson here, joined by Ollie Huell from the Darts Society. Are you excited for tonight? Are you enjoying yourself?
Very much so, yeah. Thank you for having me.
Mate, absolute pleasure to have you on Forge Sport. We're about to bring you match 3. Greg Batting from the University of Sheffield versus Connor Bowler. Very exciting one here. It's been a bit of a rice atmosphere so far. Not too many drinks thrown like last year, Ollie. Double the capacity though. They've sold double the tickets. Is that quite impressive considering they're in the same venue?
Almost 800 people in it.
To think 2 years ago, Dartsity wasn't a thing. Right, atmosphere here. So the Hallam competitor here, Conor Bowler, takes the stage to hounds and boots for the University of Sheffield crowd. Black and gold here, the unofficial varsity event, but a bit close to the varsity calendar. Ollie, have you been to any events yourself? Have you enjoyed yourself?
I had a little go at the lacrosse. Went down to that.
What, good win?
Yeah.
Lacrosse, always a nice niche sport. I mean, the range of events is something that we don't normally see out of the universities, but in Sheffield, you know, everything gets covered, and darts epitomises that more than anything else. What are your expectations for this upcoming match, Ollie?
Well, we've got two really good quality players here. Conor Bowler from Hallam, he's played on the PDC Youth Tour, which is an unbelievable standard.
What's he doing playing at Dartsity? That's what I want to know.
Well, what's he doing at university? And Greg the same. Greg's played some Super League darts. He come onto the seniors this year as a fresher.
He's quite beefy for a fresher, isn't he?
He is. He's very intimidating to play against.
Slick back hair, eyes on the prize. Very excited here, Greg Bowler. From a bit of research from before this match, it seems that he's had 2 9-dart legs. Is that accurate, Ollie?
I mean, if that's what Greg says, I'm not to dispute that.
I mean, highly impressive, and the only person to achieve a 9-dart leg on either side. So we're expecting big things here. He's also had 2 170 checkouts, and then the university player from the University of Sheffield, to have 170. Have you ever got a 170, Ollie? Have you got close?
I have indeed, actually. Yeah.
You have? Where are those stats?
Not in a competitive
disproving
game.
Me. Oh, right, okay.
But down at the Uni Arms.
Where's your home ground, Ollie? Do you practice the Ridge and Ramble sometimes? I see you in milling around.
Last year it was the Ridge. We do a lot of practice at the Uni Arms now. Get together quite a
bit more
lot.
central on campus, isn't it? Like that. I can imagine very few of you get to throw in front of 800 people on a regular basis.
This is the first time I think any of us have had this opportunity.
Oh, fantastic! And are we underway here? It looks like we are. Ellis Turner is calling the rounds here. 71 from Greg batting to start off proceedings.
That's a good start from Greg. Greg has been very nervous before this game, I think. Like you said, no one's playing in front of this.
85 there from Conor Bowler. I mean, you say Greg batting seems nervous, but I mean, just looking at him on here, on these eyes on the prize, you know, cool, calm, and composed.
That tunnel
he
really
seems ready.
calmed him down there. He's this first leg's all about just getting your rhythm going, and Greg's got that right from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, scores 71 and 100 here for black and gold. A very comfortable start for Mr. Batting. Conor Bowler there, 26. I'm disappointed with that. Greg Batting has certainly got the upper hand here in this first leg. Best of 5 legs here in match 3. 22 here.
It's currently 1-1 the score, isn't it?
Sorry, just tapping what the score is so far. It is 1-0, we can confirm. It is 1-0. 3 matches to play.
Absolutely fantastic down set from Greg.
140 here from Greg Batting. Cries of Greg Batting's on fire in the crowd. He tries to egg them on with his bulging bicep.
Good dance from Conor there.
Conor Bowler with 81.
This has been a fantastic leg from Greg. I mean, we saw some great dance from
Scores
Danny
there,
Hall
100,
before.
140, 72. It's the sort of thing you see on the PDC World Championship normally on the Sky. With a slightly more professional commentary team as well, I can withhold. What's Conor Bowler's response here? Let's have a look. 45?
Greg's now on a 17-dart leg, which Danny Hall achieved in his second leg.
Oh, Danny Hall, I mean, what a pass on atmosphere he calls. Danny Hall's unbelievable. The first 118 in the last 2 years from a university darts player at Dartsity. He clearly, Ollie, adapts to the pressure well and embraced the atmosphere that is Dartsity.
Yeah, every tournament we play in, he's in the semi-finals and finals. He's a bit of a villain around the university darts scene, Danny, but he definitely copes under the pressure well. Let's hope Greg can,
Good bit of inside knowledge there from Ollie Huell, a member of the University of Sheffield Darts Society. Greg batting here, looking to get a 60 checkout.
Made a little bit of a mess of that, but he's got plenty of time here. Connor's still yet to get on a finish.
A few howls from the crowd. They're disappointed with Greg batting off such a strong start here. Struggling to check out, but can he get one up in the first leg?
Here.
Lost his head, it looks like. Connor temping bowler.
Oh, he's not even left it finished after that. Greg's got plenty of time now to take out this 48. It's double 16 for the leg. Oh, on the wire.
On the wire twice there. Very unfortunate there from Greg batting. Will he be disappointed not to have seen this leg out sooner?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he started a lot better than many could have hoped for. He's really got the scoring done. It's all about the doubles though, the darts. It's all right scoring well.
Double 16. Can he get it? Can he get it?
He's just come inside there on the double 16.
Such good markers there, and he's just gone above us in the ollie.
Connor on 88 now.
If Connor Barrow got a steal there against the throw. 88
18
checkout.
for the ball here. He's missed the single 18, that's left 64.
Greg batting here. Double 8.
Got to take.
Double 8.
Oh. He's so unlucky on these doubles, right on the wire.
Greg batting. We expected such big things from him, and he's struggling here to close out a leg that he was doing so well and winning so comfortably.
Double top to take the lead.
Oh, what's that happening?
Greg's got to take this out.
Double 4. Double 4. Double 2.
And that's the first leg for the University of Sheffield. He got there in the end after a fantastic scoring.
Fantastic start, but struggled with the doubles, but it doesn't count. Doesn't matter, sorry. Doesn't matter. All that counts is the fact that he won the leg and is one up here for the University of Sheffield. Well done, Greg batting.
Connor to get us underway in leg number 2. That's a solid start from Connor there.
Connor Tempin bowler, his walk-on song, Free From Desire. Big fan of that.
Which is actually very interesting. That's well, fantastic darts from Greg there. But up until last year, that was our sort of university darts anthem, which we played all the time at our university.
Was this pre-Will Griggs on Fire?
Yes, pre-Will Griggs on Fire, pre-everything.
Did he steal it from the University of Sheffield Darts Club?
Stole it, yeah. So we'll never play it again after tonight.
Will Griggs stole it from you, it seems, as well.
Yes, indeed.
Greg batting here.
Again, Greg's started the leg well.
43. Bit unhappy, but even happy 125. Some expletives here from the Hallam crowd. You expect nothing less from a Poly University, really, but we're enjoying ourselves. We're enjoying ourselves. Sorry for any listeners that have heard any foul language, but you know, it's all part of the varsity fun as we finish with Dartsity here at the Oxkin Centre. Good darts from Greg batting. 2-5-2, could easily win this leg against the throw and put himself 2-0 up. That's what he's aiming for. You impressed what you've seen so far, Ollie?
I am indeed, yeah. I mean, both players have settled down, especially in this leg. Connor's sort of found his range a little bit now. Hit some decent scores. He struggled there.
He seems to lack the firepower that batting has.
Yeah, I mean, Greg really looks up for it. He's really
huge reach. I mean, he seems to be nearer to the dartboard.
Yeah, he's just basically placing.
It's a very poor technical language from me, but you know, he's a big, physically imposing presence.
He is indeed,
and it really does seem to make a difference on this sort of stage. As he looks down on us in the commentary box in an intimidating manner. We're backing you, Greg. Don't worry, mate. We're supporting you.
Like I said before, Connor's well used to playing in some big tournaments on the PDC Youth Tour. But this is a different kettle of fish up here, playing for university.
Inconsistent, he has scores of 18, 19, 26 and 85, Connor Bowler. So, needless to explain his nickname, Tempin Bowler.
Greg's well ahead here on 111.
Yeah, check out of 111. Bowler currently on 231.
He's got at least 6 darts from here.
Can he shake it off? Greg batting. This is walk-on song. Taylor Swift. Shake it off, son, and win us the leg. Come on.
Connor's got to put some pressure on now. He's on 199 at the moment. And
Better.
That's just about left him on a finish.
Greg Batting, 96 checkout. That's wise, isn't it? Narrowing it down for himself.
Back on 54 now. This could go, though. Connor's well capable of hitting a big checkout like this.
158.
But he's not going to on this occasion. He's
Single
crept into the
five.
five.
I mean, darts, a very technical sport where millimetres on a throw seems to make a difference, Ollie. How hard is it to keep a steady hand? You know, you must have sweat glands left, right and centre. It's just the possibilities of difficulty are endless, and yet these incredible athletes are holding their own under this pressure, Ollie. How much do you commend them for keeping their composure with 800 people here at the Octagon?
Like I said, like you said, it's one. Well, Connor's just dropped his darts here. The hands are shaking. It's really, really difficult to keep your composure.
Connor takes breath here, takes pause. Is his foot over the line there? I'll have to get the umpire looking at that one.
Now Greg's on 40.
Double tops for the second leg against the throw. Double tops. Double 10.
He's let Connor in here. His favourite double 32.
It is double 16. Connor 10-pin bowler for his first leg, and to level it at 1-1.
Taking his time here. Like I mentioned before, it's all good scoring 100s, scoring 85s, but if you can't hit the double, just outside again. He's let Connor in again here to level it up at 1-1.
Greg Batty, he scores heavily at the top, doesn't he? But his doubles aren't quite coming out right for him in the first two legs. But you know, he's against the throw here. And Connor, 10-pin bowler, struggling to hit his double 16. His favourite double. Can he get on this last dart here?
He's come inside again. Both players struggling on their doubles. Double 10 for Greg now.
Double 5.
Oh! How is that not gone in?
The forged staff has sat here in disbelief as to how he's missed that one. Caressed the wire. Very unlucky, Mr. Batting.
Oh, that is a poor dart from Connie. He's coming and hit the treble whilst on double. So Greg's up for double 5 now. It can get tricky if he comes inside here.
Double 5.
Good mark.
Double 5. Greg Batting to win the second leg. That's the beauty of amateur darts. You can have legs that last for minutes on minutes just on one double. What a spectacle we've got here at the Octagon.
Composing himself.
Connor, 10-pin bowler.
Coming to the double 16 now.
Double 5. Double 5.
He's busted his score. This
is unprecedented today.
Tantalising.
We've seen so many legs of high quality, doubles hit, you know, left, right and centre at the first opportunity. Bowler and Batting here, struggling to find their rhythm.
So Connor's now on 5 after hitting 11, so he's going to go up to 1 to hopefully leave double 2 for himself. This leg's actually probably lasted longer than the charity leg. He's busted his score again, so Greg, he's really got to
Our four
focus
listeners
here.
can tell Ollie's filling in for my lack of darts jargon here very well. Thank you, Ollie.
No problem.
Double 5.
Good marker. Oh, and he just cannot find that double 5.
Running out of superlatives here to describe this round. Tantalising, on edge.
The longest leg of the night.
Where's the resilience? Where's the composure? Who has the character? Connor Bowler.
Sometimes taking your time can make it worse because you're thinking about it more. It's in the head.
Is that right, Ollie? Lack of rhythm. Connor 10-pin bowler needs this. 2-0 down would be tough. No score. Ellis Turner, our referee here, letting us know the score.
Double two for the leg. Oh, and he's busted it again.
Ellis Turner is getting a sore voice here, the amount of times he's saying no score. Poor bloke.
And that's still just on the wire.
That looked in for me.
It did. It's a difficult dart.
Double
to
eight.
Move across the hockey here to get this, and you see when you move across the hockey, it becomes further away to throw the dart, so it's difficult to
Explain
find
what the hockey is for our amateur listeners,
the
please.
hockey is the
Forget the hockey, Greg batting. 2 love up. Well done, sir. He's firmly in the ascendancy for the University of Sheffield for the mighty black and gold. Winning against the throw here. Game on.
That's a ton 40 from Greg. Now, for those listeners who don't know what the hockey is, it's just the measurement in which you have to put your foot to stop you from getting closer or further away from the board. But as you move across, you can get further away from the board. And
So if you move across, can you go past the line?
No, you have to stay well behind the line, yeah.
So by moving across, you can become further away from the ball?
Yeah, because it's in the centre, but Connor had to move across on his double because he blocked the double with his dart. So he had to move across to find a better
And obviously
area
the
to throw.
further away you are from the board, the harder accuracy of
indeed.
throw becomes.
Connor really struggling with his nerves here now.
He seems to lost a bit of rhythm. The Hallam fans have gone quiet. The University of Sheffield here could easily go 2-1 up overall.
From Greg, another ton there. Well ahead. Like
Greg
we
Batting
said.
only needs to win one of the next 3 legs to put the University of Sheffield 2-1 up overall.
Connor's dropped his dart again here. Really, really feeling the nerves.
Beer pong in the crowd is flying around. No thrown cup so far, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Last year was a rather bizarre spectacle.
We had to get the captains up on stage, I think,
we did.
to calm everything down last year.
Poor Johnny, you know. Calming down 400 people. I didn't envy him.
Greg's left 156 after 12, which is unbelievable darts.
I mean, if he had finished his doubles in the last 2 legs, I mean, he would have been by far the highest average.
Exactly, and he's currently now averaging 39, which is a poor average on paper, but his scoring has been unbelievable. Like you said, it's all about those doubles. Another 80-plus shot there from Greg to leave 72. Connor's going to have to hit a big score.
Mr. Connor Bowler on 298 as we stand. Thing is, obviously at Forge Sport we support the University of Sheffield. We want the black and gold to win, but you want to see a contest as well.
Oh, of course you do.
And you want to see athletes such as these apply themselves under pressure and
you want to see both
and
players
not fold. You know, they're university
enjoying the
students.
game.
You want to see them enjoy themselves, and we've seen that in the last 2 matches. Maybe less so here for Connor Bowler. Can he turn it around? You know, you can't rule it out.
He's well
but
capable.
the way Greg is throwing as we stand, he's on 8 with Connor Bowler on 278. It's looking unlikely, isn't it? If we're being honest.
It is indeed. I mean, Connor's, I think he's hit a treble 18 there. Oh no, he hasn't. Oh no, he has 62, but he's still nowhere near a finish. And Greg to take the match here, double 4.
Double 4. Ooh. Anyone who's missed any varsity coverage so far, forgetoday.com/varsity with match reports, left, right, and centre. I didn't get the website right. Thank you, Jamie. Just about been a year away, but still know the important URL. So yeah, we've got match reports of everything. We can pick up copies of Forge Press from the Students' Union. Everything you need to know. Double 4.
He's busted, and he's got to be careful here because this was a similar scenario to the last leg. Greg was well ahead.
Oh, let's be honest. The way Connor Bowler's throwing, we're not going to cry ourselves to sleep, are we, if he misses one double?
He's pulling his dart now. The nerves are getting to him. You notice his elbows move further down, and when you start moving your arm up and down,
Is he starting to get symptoms of what they call dartitis, which is actually a thing? I did some reading.
Well, it's very interesting actually. Greg has been suffering from dartitis before this match.
What is dartitis, Ollie?
It prevents you. It's all in the head. It's a psychological thing. It prevents you from releasing the dart, so you get as far as you can, and then your hand just doesn't let go. And many people think it's a myth, but it's definitely. I mean, Eric Bristow suffered from dartitis.
Infamously, Eric Bristow. I mean, his career dropped off a cliff, really, after he suffered with dartitis. Double 4 here for Greg Batting, bust again.
It's really
so is it a psychological thing that stops you from throwing the dart, essentially?
It is indeed. It's hard to describe unless you've felt it.
Have you ever suffered with dartitis yourself, Ollie?
I've suffered every now and again. Under the pressure, you get to the stage where you can't release it. But Greg himself has really suffered recently. But tonight, you would have no idea because he's thrown some
he's pulled himself together, hasn't he? He really has. Well done, Greg.
And that's the match. Greg Batting.
3 legs to 0.
That
was emphatic, wasn't it, sir?
Emphatic indeed. That puts the University of Sheffield 2-1 up here at Target Dartsity. That is a big win.
Oh, and he's egging on the Hallam crowd. There are some expletives, there is some bad language, but Greg batting as one under the pressure here, absolutely convincingly. The University of Sheffield 2, Sheffield Hallam University 1 as we stand here at the Oxford Centre. Fantastic darts so far, and we're going to throw over to Wilma around here interviewing our darts players.
Thank you very much, Matt Hutchison and Ollie Newell. There we go, another win for the University of Sheffield there. How did you find that, Hugh?
Well, it was a bit of a walk in the park there for batting there. He really, with those 3 consecutive no scores on that last 8, you know, when you've got the time to do that, and when you've got you're so far ahead that you can afford to do that, tells you that you've had a pretty good game, I think.
Definitely, and sort of held his nerve towards the end of that one, didn't he, to check out the University of Sheffield?
Yeah, he did. He needed to, because you can tell once you get a couple of no scores and your opponent's score is still ticking down, getting into sort of checkout range, then you do start to get a bit nervous as a player. But he, with it, you know, two legs up already, they're kind of in that much pressure to even win it there and then.
Definitely. So things nicely underway here at the Octagon for Dartsity 2017. University of Sheffield looking pretty strong so far, isn't it? Do you think we're going to see any change in the result?
Yeah, 2-1. It's looking solid so far. And as I said earlier, that the hot money really is on the University of Sheffield. They've won this the last 2 years. Last year they actually, I think the final scoreline last year was quite close, but in terms of they did win it quite early on, and then Hallam won a couple of games towards the end of the evening. So far so good, I'd say, for the University of Sheffield.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, last year Dartsity was sort of in the middle of varsity, which this year it's right at the end, and we're calling it the after party, aren't we?
We are a little bit. I think we've got a man dressed as a parrot behind us. If I just sort of point you in his direction.
There's some excellent costume
man
choices
dressed as
tonight.
a parrot. Why are you dressed as a parrot?
Well, last year I came as a parrot, just with the head last year, and was known as the parrot. So I thought this year, you know, we inspired fancy dress. More people would come with fancy dress. So we've gone a bit more out this year, and turns out no one has come as fancy dress again. So there's only a few of us fancy dressed, and I am a parrot with a full thing this year, yeah.
And which side are you squawking?
I'm uni of, till I die. Danny Hall and Adam Warner, both journalism students. I also do journalism. Big fans of them. So we'll be supporting them for tonight, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Parrott. Looks like we have an interview with someone a little bit more seriously dressed now.
Okay, let's head over to Dan Bridge, who is with the University of Sheffield's player for that game.
Hello, and I'm joined by the person who has taken Uniov into the lead to make it 2-1, won by 3 games to 0. How do you feel?
It's absolutely amazing being up the stage in front of all this crowd. I was just happy I scored well. The doubles were a bit. I don't think Connor quite got into it, so.
We obviously saw that you're getting quite a repeated chant from the crowd. Did that put you off at all, or do you think that just really kind of gave you the confidence to go back and win 3-0?
Let's be honest, if they didn't chant like that, I probably wouldn't have got the doubles. I'll be honest. That chant made me get that double, the last double anyway. Honestly, the bigger the chant, the better I am.
And lastly, where do you see Darcy next year and the year after that, do you think?
I think we've gone in 3 years from a crowd of 75 to a crowd of 800. If it's not on a varsity, I think it's just sad, really, if uni don't make it a varsity event. We've been so successful with it the last 3 years, and I can't see it getting any. It needs to get the backing from the uni to make it better, as far as I'm concerned.
Excellent. Obviously, fantastic. Well done. And well done for taking the uni into the lead, and enjoy the rest of the night. Fantastic. I think we're now going back over to Wimbledon and hopefully head on with some more darts very soon.
Thank you very much for that exceptional interview there, Dan. Little insight into the University of Sheffield side there. We've got a few more games to come, haven't we, tonight? And hopefully we might be able to see some more fancy dress. The Parrot being the highlight so far.
Fingers crossed, but as the Parrot did say to us, they are the only people who've come in fancy dress. Now there's a good table there full, so you might get some glimpses on the audience cam of people in all sorts of other gear. There's a few dressed up as athletes and stuff, yeah, it's a disappointment really, the lack of people who've come in fancy dress this evening.
Definitely. Dan, views on fancy dress. What would you come as if you had to come in a fancy dress costume for Dartsity?
I think a pirate. I love Pirates. I think really, really good. For instance, did you know that Pirates had like an eye patch? Not because they lost one eye, but it's so that when they went from like being on top of the ship down to below, they just whooped the eye patch off, and their eyes would all be accustomed to like the darkness. That cleverness and ingenuity is what we need to be seen and represented in fancy dress. So yeah, there we go. Definitely a pirate.
So you'd come as a pirate?
Oh yeah,
a pirate. There we go. You, Hugh, fancy dress costumes. What would you come as?
Fancy dress costume. Well, I'm traditionally very anti-fancy dress. Well, I'm not a fun person. But I don't know. I'm really stumped. Probably something that would be seen on It's a Knockout. I used to love that show as a kid, and so I'd probably wear something like that. You know, a big like puffed up, stupid, maybe a washerwoman costume or something like that.
Absolutely fantastic. So I believe we're going to go ahead back over to our commentators for the next match between Sheffield and Sheffield Hallam.
Ham Cup champion, the reigning homebrew champion, and an NUDL singles finalist. That's a big deal, by the way. It is Adam, the bastard in the black, Warner! Sheffield Hallam. He is the Hallam captain. He's a former Ham Cup third place player. It's Porky Declan Parsons.
Welcome back to Dartsity 2017, and we are now on to our fourth match. I'm Nick Cassidy.
I'm Tim Adams, and it is party time here at the Octagon Arena here in Sheffield. We are live on Forge TV. It's the fourth match. It's the captain's match. Adam Warner against Declan Parsons. And Nick, these are two players in scintillating form.
Oh yes, exactly. As we talked about, Adam Warner, I can't even speak today.
It is really loud in here.
It is.
We're going to say that.
He reached the quarterfinals, and his best average leg is, I believe, 12. I've been told it's now 12.
Well, yeah, I mean, sums it by 3 to be honest, but best leg, 12 darts, so 9 darts is obviously the best leg you can get. So we saw Greg just then, who was hitting 9 darts before.
Exactly.
I've been informed, so we could see some quality tungsten coming up here.
Exactly, considering Dec Parsons, otherwise known as Porky, he is best leg on 13 darts, so quite similar players. It could be really interesting.
Adam played Dec a few weeks ago, actually, and Adam absolutely annihilated Dec off the board. It was
all can change, though.
It was an obliteration of a of a kind that we haven't seen in uni darts recently. Adam is the most informed player, I would have to say, out of all the people so far. But I have to say, one thing that we have to mention, Danny Hall's performance earlier, averaged 73, a 90 average for a first
180 as well. Can we not forget that?
184 darts into a 9 darts. I was down in the players' practice room earlier, having a chat with a few of them, and there were people jumping up and down in terms of how good that could have been. But here we go, Adam against Deck. And,
and can we mention that Deck Parsons' nickname is Porky? So, Tim, tell me, are you a gammon or a bacon person?
Got to be bacon. I love the BLTs. Love the BLTs.
BLT, that's a good one. I like the BLT sandwich.
Bit of healthy salad within.
White or granary?
I don't know. Depends on what mood I'm in. Pretty white.
Okay,
pretty
happy
white.
mood.
But
okay.
No doubt the players up there will love a BLT if they get the chance to have one.
You know
as
what?
well. And,
I could do a BLT right now.
Yeah. But we see Adam, and Adam no doubt will want to put a marker down on this match. And you see the fist pump there, already in the lead here, Nick.
Exactly, but you know, these two are quite similar players. I've learned a lot about a few of them.
It is the captain's match, isn't it? So this is the match where they will want to lead from the front, and no doubt the crowd in the background. We have penguins. We have a parrot. We just interviewed a parrot live on air. Now, this is what you get at University Darts. It's fantastic.
Will Moran said, "What would you like to go if you were here today?" So Tim, tell me, what would you like to be here today in the Octagon?
If it's an animal, I don't know about that.
It doesn't have to be an animal. It could be a plant.
If I was to go for an animal, it would probably be something like a penguin, to be honest.
Penguin.
Something like that.
It's a bit vanilla,
we've actually got one over there, but we see it through the darts. We see it at World Championships, Premier Leagues, match plays, Grand Slams, World Grand Prix, fancy dress all over the country.
Exactly.
I would enjoy themselves. This is where you can enjoy yourself, and as we see, Deck just in front.
I would go as a lamppost.
A lamppost.
A lamppost.
Right.
Yeah, a lamppost. You know, because they, a lighthouse lamppost maybe. I don't know, something like that.
But apart from the fancy dress, what we're going to stage at the minute, we see Deck just around 50 in front, 182 decks on Adam 2-2-3, and Adam will look to put a big score in. If he hits 60, remember he can't go out on 163, and there is a big score, and he leaves himself on 123. 1-2-3 plays 1-8-2. Uni of Sheffield currently 2-1 in front. Hallam took the lead early on through Kieran, but Danny, a mesmerising performance from Danny and a solid performance from Greg. Uni of do lead 2-1 as we see Adam goes down the 19s route here on the 1-2-3 finish.
Yes, Tim, and I've been told that the dedication of some of these players are incredible. Did you know Deck Parsons was so dedicated he had to travel home from a match in his car boot? Yeah,
unbelievable.
Dedication.
What's also unbelievable was Adam's set-up shot here. 41. He was happy with it. The 80 finish before that. 41 for Adam, and he goes looking to go the 9 to the double 16. Misses the big 9. So I think he'll set that up. Yeah, that's okay. But Deck, chance for Deck here to take the leg. 96. We've got treble 20, double 18. If he misses the 20, he can go treble 20, double 8. Or he make a double-double. I mean, a double-double finish. That would be
a double-double finish. Double-double.
It sounds great in commentary, and no doubt it would be great on stage. But as we see, Adam, double 8. Touch inside.
Wow, this is incredible. The atmosphere.
No, I think he hit the double 11 there. He might have bust that, but Deck, chance to take the opening leg. I'm not sure many people would have thought this. Deck, rep it. It goes in, and Hallam do take the lead in this match, Nick.
Exactly, they do. So this could move things into Hallam's favour, maybe. Who knows? Could be, could
Adam,
not.
Got to go get that impetus from the off. But a lot of people I've been talking to have said that Adam, he's been playing brilliantly off the ball. But when the pressure comes on, he got to the quarterfinals, I think, at the UD UK Darts Championships at the weekend, and got knocked out in the end. I guess nerves will obviously play a part here, but I've got to mention the crowd again. We've got nearly 900 people in this crowd. It's absolutely enthralling scene here. I have to say, this is out of the whole varsity. This must be up there with the boxing as the second biggest crowd to the ice hockey. We had a fair few at EIS Day.
I'll agree with that. A lot of these people are also here for pre-drinks for Pop-Tarts.
Without a doubt.
It is.
Without a doubt there. And the amount of animals are in the crowd as well. I mean, as I said before, we've got penguins. I've seen a giraffe at one point. We had the parrot. Obviously, we have to interview a parrot if we get the chance to that.
In terms of
David Attenborough could be here right now, and he could set the scene of what is Planet Earth. We could have Planet Earth 3.
Tim, can you do a David Attenborough impression? Can you do one?
What, in terms of the darts commentary?
Yeah, go for it.
And as we see the darts looking to creep into the board, we see the noises of the crowd.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off there. Sorry.
It's just lower the tempo and
it is.
Wind it up a bit.
Anyway, back to the darts, Tim. What's happening? What are people missing right now?
Adam Warner 2-9-2, Declan Parsons 3-1-2. Deck with that early lead, and that's a good 81 there from Deck. He's had 12 darts and he's in 2-3-1, so it's a fairly good leg. The average is, I've got to say so far, Adam on 57. Well, that's going to improve it right there. 61 average for Adam now. Deck on a 59 average, and both players have stepped up to the mark. Deck has been averaging pretty about 5 or 10 points lower at times. I mean, when Hallam came to play the University of Sheffield in the Bucks thing recently, that's down at Riley's. University of Sheffield, I was there, actually taking part in it, beat Hallam quite.
Now there's a lot of similarities.
So that was quite a good win.
There's a lot of similarities between these players, because did you know, Tim, that both of these players, their favourite double is double 16. Yes, so could that be conflict? No, they like the same. They don't like the same double 16.
Solid shot there from Adam. He sets up tops in great style. Deck 1-1-0. Deck here, looking just to. I think he tried to go for the treble 20 there, but missed it. Treble 5, so he's 16 now, so Deck will be looking to go the 18 route, and he does.
But Adam Warner has had his best checkout before, which is 167, compared to Deck Parsons, 158.
Bit of a lower checkout here for Adam. Dart bounces out, and now the pressure is on. Interesting hit, Deck. He may go the bullseye route. If he gets to the 25, 18 would leave the ball. We see so many players do that. I do this when I play darts, actually, but I think he went the treble 19 route. The treble 19, double 18 route is a bit riskier. Deck, well, I mean, a lot of darts players are mentally strong, but you see that right there. Deck he's given Adam a chance, and he's got it. Double 10. So now 10 for 1 apiece, and you see the University of Sheffield players. That's Brad Clowry there, just going up to the stage, and Brad is last on today. Nick, we've got that commentary as well.
Yes, we do. So, Tim, you said you play darts. Now, earlier, you talked about that you ripped your curtains in your room. Tell us the rest of that story.
Yeah, well, what happened was I was playing one of my family members at darts, and didn't go particularly well. I wasn't.
Did you win?
I lost. It was
that's not good enough, Tim.
I was playing my dad, actually, and I was quite young at the time, and actually I shut the darts at the curtains in a bit of a tantrum, really, which didn't go down well with the family. But apart from that, apart from the 50-60 quid cost of the new curtains, it was all right.
Yeah. What colour curtains were they?
I think black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah, we got them replaced in the end, but no doubt we'll see better quality darts at this stage so far. But Adam, that's
how come you're not up there, Tim? Because you're part of the Darts Society.
Yeah, Brad beat me 3-1 in the qualifying stages in the just outside the.
And you're commentating on his game.
Yes, which is.
Oh, you're going to be a bit bitter about that.
Not at all. Not at all. It's a team game. We hope. Sorry, I shouldn't say we. The University of Sheffield should win this from what I've been told. But
come
on the form guide, Adam 84. That's a better recovery after hitting the 7 at the start of this leg. But Deck has the lead, currently 1-1. University of Sheffield 2-1 up overall. This is the fourth game. We've seen the raffle game already. So we've got one other raffle game coming up, I think. And George Francis, who's our MC for today, will obviously talk you through that after this game. That's a strong shot there from Deck. 77. He has a lead in this leg. It's currently 1 apiece between the captains.
No, why are their nicknames those nicknames?
I do journalism, and my nickname is Tim the Exclusive Adams. So you got that. It's playing words, really. So once you got that, it's actually.
What nickname would you give me, Tim?
Nick, or I don't know. You said Lamppost. Nick Lamppost Cassidy. I think.
Is that funny?
Well, I mean.
Oh, really funny.
What would you pick then?
Well, I can't pick my own nickname. That's not part of the fun.
Well, it is. I mean, I picked my one, so it's.
apparently, I've been told it's Nick Cassidy. Nick Cassidy. Well, that doesn't work.
There you go, Nick Cassidy. And that was a sassy shot there, as I may say.
Sassy shot? Sorry, Tim.
From Deck Parsons there, 135 he's left. He may get the ball route here, actually, because if he hits the ball, it'd be triple 15 tops. If he hits the 25, he's got triple 20 for the ball route, so it gives you that safety shot. But Adam on the way back in 2-1-8, so Deck goes the generic route, as it's called, down the 20s, and he's left himself 97, but Adam has a lot of work to do here.
There is, and this could go down to a five-leg match, do you think?
There we go, 97, triple 19. Triple 19, and I think he's hit the, we got triple 18, that one left double 12, but, well, 26 there. Well, it's not the best shot in the world, and it's given Adam a chance here. 178. Can he leave tops? So 138 would do that, but I'm going to mention the crowd again.
Yeah,
this crowd is something else.
A lot of these are going to Pop-Tarts. So, Tim, what's your Pop-Tarts drink?
Drink. Yeah.
Not drink.
No, I know what you said.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd have to go for the usual. We like to say this in commentary, by the way.
Do what you want.
If I had to go for one, it would be double vodka coke.
Double vodka coke.
Yeah, it's the normal way.
I'm a VK guy.
118. Adam, and I think he. That's really unlucky, because what happened there? He was in 118. He hit the triple 20 and left 58, but he missed the big 80.
Exactly.
That's so
and again,
gutting for a darts
just
player.
like the last leg, both from 40 left to go.
Here we go. Deck, big up, Deck dart, misses. Touch inside, and Adam's got a second chance here. He was so far behind.
Exactly. But can Adam replicate what he did last time and get the 40 in one go? So can he do it?
Touch inside.
Ready?
Great marker. Rep it. No. So Deck, double 20 with a chance here.
Oh, this is getting really exciting. Thrilling, as many can say, Tim.
Well, the crowd now.
Didn't get it though.
The noise in the crowd. Well, the noise in the crowd now is something else, as we see Adam going for the double tops, and now looks for the 10s, double 10, and he gets it. 2-1. And you see there, Brad and Greg, and Brad's the last game. Greg's just been the game before, and there's Danny Hall, and Danny Hall, what a performance earlier. If Danny Hall was around in 10.66, the Normans would have gone home. That's how accurate Danny was.
So he's that good. He's that good.
That's how good he was. As we see Adam with a 2-1 lead, and if he wins this, the University of Sheffield will go 3-1 up, and this will be a mighty help in what will be a great victory after the enthralling, the exciting, the thrilling varsity win, Nick. And we did the basketball men's one, so that was really one of the best events of the whole varsity.
It was really, really good. Not as good as the equestrian. Might I say that was a thrilling event.
Work out with the sarcasm and the irony in that.
But if you missed anything of varsity, go to forwardtoday.com/varsity. We've got all the events on there, including the equestrian and also the archery, with some excellent headlines as well with that.
And to be honest, archery, similar to this, to be honest, it's that kind of sport where you've really got to focus, you've really got to concentrate.
Yeah, the difference with
and the
that,
pressure,
archery had no spectators. I was the only spectator.
Well, Nick, we are proud of your efforts in the whole of varsity.
Thank you.
And no doubt you will do the same next year.
I am not doing a question again.
Well,
but you can do that next year. How about that?
We'll get that with the new head of sports at radio next year. But we see here, University of Sheffield, that's Adam Warner, the captain, Deck Parsons, the captain for Hallam. Adam 2-1 up currently. The averages, I've got to say, Adam 53, Deck 50. Adam a few weeks ago was averaging sort of sub-70s at times, and he actually played another person at University of Sheffield, a guy called Max Orange, and Max beat him 3-0 on Thursday night. He averaged 80. So we're going up and up and up. The quality of darts at the minute is getting even better. Adam, I think, got to the final recently of one of the semi-pro tournaments and just lost out in the final.
Yeah, now Tim,
so he's playing really well.
Yeah, Tim. Now I'm not a darts player. You are. Tell me, how hard is darts?
It's one of those sports where you've really got to practice and practice and practice. And the thing is, one of the great quotes I've always found, a guy called Bobby Jules, who's one of the greatest darts players probably in the 1980s, and he said, scoring for show, doubles for dough. If you hit your scoring, great, the crowd lift up, but if you don't hit your doubles, you don't win the leg. It's one of those sports where you can be so far in front, but if you miss so many darts at a double, then you're not going to win the leg. And
so essentially,
it's so gutting, really. It's so mentally, you're going to be so mentally strong at times.
Yeah. So for darts, it's very much about practicing the doubles and triples.
As we see, yes, it is, and no doubt Adam has done that, and he goes for the 72. He went for the treble 16 for double 12 route there, and he looks just to set it up. Currently leads 2-1. Deck here. Now this is a great finish. 160, treble 20, treble 20, double tops. If he gets this crowd will lift off. But
I think it might have just been shy of that.
Yeah, he hasn't. I think he's hit the 1 there, which means he's had to switch down to the 19 route, and that's all for him. He's left 155. But Adam, here we go for the win. And for a 3-1 lead for the University of Sheffield. He's there you go. He's cheering up the crowd
there.
Yeah,
so 32. Can he
double
do it?
16. And there it is. And Adam Warner for the University of Sheffield delivers. And how? He has beaten Deck Parsons, and Deck, well, Deck walks off grudgingly down there, and he's, I think, going towards the backstage possibly now, when he's going to talk to potentially, I think it's Dan Bridge down there he's talking to at the minute, one of our media guys, Dan Bridge. But you see on the stage there, Adam, how he celebrates, and Nick, that was a gutsy win for Adam.
That was really, really great. Very much exciting part of darts, especially when you got the captain's match. Excellent stuff.
And we're going to go back to Will Moran in a minute.
Yes, we are going to go over to Will Moran. Thank you, Will.
Thank you very much, Tim and Nick. Victory for the University of Sheffield again. Hugh, that was quite exciting towards the end there. 1 down, and then they came back, didn't we?
Yeah, you could say that. And again, Uni perhaps throwing away a dominant position on the checkout in the first leg. Adam Warner could have won that straight through in 3 legs, but obviously Declan Parsons took the first one, made life difficult for Warner. But it just goes to show that the captain versus captain, Uni, I think, are stronger.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Now let's go over to Dan Bridge with Declan Parsons himself.
Hi there, welcome back. I'm here with Declan, who has been our latest darts component for the Sheffield Hallam University. So we've been chatting there. When you're up there on the stage, what can you see? What can you hear?
You can hear quite a lot, to be fair, but you can't see anything because them lights, it just blind you. So you just try and play your own game, really, but obviously it didn't work out on the day, so fair play, hit the doubles, and that's it was, isn't it?
And how are the crowd sort of impacting your performance? Are they giving you a bit of confidence, or what?
I think the Uni crowd were a bit louder. I like it when I can hear my own fans, but I couldn't really hear much of my lot, to be fair, but it is what it is. Either way, whatever, yeah.
And one last question, where do you think Darcy will go sort of next year or the year after that?
Bigger and bigger, every year. Well, next year we're going to be varsity recognised, I think, because I'm trying to push it to be a sport. So, hopefully it gets bigger and bigger, and, well, it's all about the experience. I've enjoyed it, but I didn't play well, but it is what it is, and just go again. It is what it is.
Well, unlucky, but a fantastic way for playing. Thank you very much. Very close.
Can I just remind everyone not to throw beer?
Also here with Adam Warner. So apparently you are thinking of turning semi-professional as well, moving on, and I think you've played with the likes of Paul Logan and people like that. So how does playing with those sorts of people and thinking of turning semi-pro compared to sort of being on this stage for Darcy?
Nothing compares to being on a stage like that. I mean, I've never played in front of however many people, it's like 800 or so. Never played in front of it. You can hear the roar every time you throw, but it's great. I love it. That's why you play darts.
And how do you think your performance went today? Obviously you won. We lost the first round, but how do you think it went first, overall?
That's probably the worst I've played for about 6 months, but it doesn't matter. It's about the result. Deck didn't turn up as well. If me and Deck had both turned up, we'd have played an absolute cracker. He didn't turn up, I didn't turn up, but it's just about getting that win. So I'm really glad. 3-1 up now, in a great position to win this tournament now. He's got to win one of the last 3 games. So that's what it's all about, really.
So obviously that puts your the University of Sheffield in a really good position. We had quite a few chants aimed at you during the crowd, which obviously didn't didn't put you off your game whatsoever, what would you say to people who are trying to like? Yeah,
I'd say keep going. I love having people trying to put me off. I do football refereeing, so I absolutely love it when people chant horrible things at me. Absolutely fires me up. Like, you saw me with the last double 16 there. I turned around and was like, come on, let's get the crowd going. First start, it gets me fired up. I had a beer thrown at me.
Excellent. I think you got your fair to do. Thank you very much. We'll hand it back to William. Goodbye.
Thank you for that exciting interview there, Dan. You can hear the fans in the background there for our player from the University of Sheffield. Exciting game. And again, thank you to our commentary team, Tim and Nick, for that. It was good to see they were carrying on our conversation about fancy dress. However, we're going to lead in a slightly different direction now, because your commentary team next is Aidan and Sam, who before us they were talking about what their favourite curries were. Guys, what is your favourite curry, Hugh? Let's.
Well, I'm a big fan of the traditional ones, the ones you'll find on every menu everywhere in Britain, things like the tikka masala, the korma. But I did have a very nice magaz recently, which is sheep's brain. I had that down at a restaurant in Sheffield. Very nice. Tastes a bit like shellfish, sheep's brain. You'd be surprised.
And Dan, your favourite curry?
I think, well, obviously a Boona, but I think you got to match it like with French cuisine. You got to find the right wine. I think with Vin, you got to find the right naan, and that I think really is sort of the thing over there. But yeah, definitely a Boona.
What naan goes with a Boona?
I say either. What's the one with like crushed up coconut in?
I quite like a garlic, you know.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the garlic naan. Yeah.
What about a Peshwari? Yeah, okay, you can hear the MC. We're going to head back over to the MC, then our commentary team, Aidan and Sam Constance, to take you through. We've got a bit more time. We've got a bit more time on that.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
So
lovely.
We can talk. What do you have? Do you have a bit of sagaloo, a bit of poppadoms? What's your usual?
Definitely poppadoms. You can't have an Indian without having poppadoms to start. But I think the one thing that really does make it is a mango lassi. It goes very, very well with any curry, I think.
Okay, there we go. Thank you very much for your views on curries there. Here come your commentary team, Aidan Leap and Sam Constance, for the next one.
Matthew Hutchinson here, commentating on the raffle match 2, joined by Ollie Huell. Ollie, are you enjoying yourself so far this evening?
I am indeed. It's been an absolutely fantastic atmosphere.
You're involved with a bit of a scuffle in the crowd.
A little bit of a scuffle, yeah. I stupidly ran to try and split up a bit of a fiasco and got
drenched in a bit of
all over me, I think.
You smell like a brewery, mate. Stephen Lawrence against Callum Reid here. Stephen Lawrence is ironically the uncle of Ben Lawrence, who's on match 6, which we are commentating on.
Very
Ollie.
Interesting, yes.
Bit of trivia. So luckily, Uncle Steve has borrowed his nephew's darts.
Hopes it doesn't break.
Quote unquote, I hope they're good. So fingers crossed he can deliver here for Hallam, because they're struggling so far. 3-1 down. Ollie, what are we expecting from the matches to come?
I think it's going to be difficult for Hallam now. Some of their big boys have really come out early on and not performed as well as they would have hoped. I mean,
we saw Conor Bowler earlier, struggle under the pressure, struggle under the limelight of 800 people here at the Octagon. I mean, what hope do these poor fans have? They're here to have a good time.
Well, it's interesting, actually. The guy throwing now, Deepak, he was a member of the society for a long time. I think he finished last year. He's come back to watch Dartsity and got involved in the raffle, and he's back up on...
So he's throwing with Callum Reid?
Deepak is throwing with Max, the uni guys, and Callum Reid is throwing with Steve.
Fantastic. So Deepak, a previous member of Dartsock?
He is, and Max Orange was actually playing in Dartsity last year. He won his game 3-0, didn't qualify this year. Got beat in the semi-finals of the qualifying tournament we do.
You do a qualifying tournament to see who can throw in Dartsity?
In Dartsity, indeed.
How did you finish in that tournament, mate?
I went out in the quarter-finals to the guy doing the scoring next to me, Matt.
Matt, well done. Well done for beating Ollie. How many people compete
And there was a good 20 odd, I think, went for it.
So quarterfinals is a respectable finish.
I lost 3-2.
Oh, Ollie. Maybe next year.
Yeah, enough about me.
Fingers crossed. How are we doing here? The crowd have quietened down somewhat after a few scuffles. Security and our man with the mic has just said, you know, everyone just take a breather. We're here to have fun. It doesn't count towards the overall varsity score, but of course no one here cares. Unofficial event or official, everyone gets heavily involved for black and gold. Callum Reid here. What can you do for us? Ooh, just missed double 19 twice there.
And Deepuk's got a very interesting throw, as I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, interesting action.
See it at home. He often, if you watch his back leg, it sort of
reminiscent of
rises
Matai Muralitharan, the Sri Lankan bowler. The way he just chucks it out with the front of his hand and just links on his back foot, but effective nonetheless. Steve Lawrence.
Steve looks like he's played darts before.
Yeah.
He's in and around.
Good gene pool if his nephew's playing for Hallam. I said to him earlier, I wish Ben good luck, but not too much luck. So of course we want the University of Sheffield to win. Ooh.
Max is very experienced. As I said, he's played at Dartsity before. Very unlucky not to qualify for the team
So
this
Max
year.
and Deepuk. Is Deepuk still a student at the University of Sheffield?
No, he left last year, so he's come back just to support the event and managed
to sneak himself on.
to get onto the stage.
It's a bit unfair. We have 2 experienced darts players against 2 amateurs.
Deepuk, to say he's not thrown darts in a year, but with a ton.
100.
And
Phil
he's
Taylor
loving
will be
it.
proud of that one. Look at him go. Yes, Deepuk, give us that nod of approval. We love you here at Forge Radio and Forge TV.
So
Steve Lawrence. I'm gonna guess he's in his mid-40s, and he's not thrown his head in a few years, but he's thoroughly enjoying himself. Shirt tucked in, brown shoes polished.
Indeed,
raring
he's
to go.
dressed for the occasion. And Union have got quite a strong lead here.
The Hallam crowd. So the University of Sheffield here have 2 ex-dart sock / current dart sock throwers. Hallam have 2 people who aren't members of the dart sock. However, they're holding their own. Currently on 347, University of Sheffield on 334. 52
Another
there for
solid
Deepuk.
throw for Deepuk.
Do you miss him being in and around the place?
Yeah, he's a good character.
Charismatic.
He left his phone in a taxi once, which was quite a memorable moment.
Uber or City?
I think it was an Uber, actually. Yeah. No.
Don't rate that.
He got it back in the end.
Not supporting
He got
local
it back in
businesses.
the end.
Callum Reid to throw. 16. Oh, was that a triple 19?
Lovely triple 19 there. And I think...
89. Well thrown, sir.
I think Callum is throwing at the 19 every throw, which sometimes
what he
can put you
lacks
off.
in height, he's got in mentality and composure. He really does. Well done there, sir. 89. Deepuk, come on, you better than that, son. Come on. 43. Steve Lawrence.
In and around the business end of the leg now.
7. 5. 7.
It's a poor visit
Which
now,
equals
Max.
19. I mean, it's a test of mental maths, darts commentary, to be honest. I'm not the maths at GCSE, and yet Ollie's shown me up. But that's the pleasure of being a darts player. It's always there, isn't it? Mental maths, you stay sharp.
No good at any other type of maths. But,
Callum Reid.
arithmetic.
26. So the University of Sheffield crowd members are on 183, Hallam 156. Check out. Deepuk throwing now. 59. Leaving 124. Steve Lawrence 156 checkout. Can he make a name for himself
And he's
in
on. Treble
varsity
20.
folklore? Triple 20.
Oh, and the pressure got to him there. He pulled that
Single
down. Max on 124.
80's not a bad score, in fairness.
Not a bad score at all. Treble 18 for Max here. He's just missed, so he'll set it up nicely. He's not known for his maths ability, Max. He's all...
He did take an extra second
yeah,
just to...
he just had to have a little think about that there.
Callum Reid.
That'll be 65. So he should be aiming at the 15 here. That's left him 48.
Double 24. Don't want him, do we? 44th, Callum Reid.
So 68 for the University of Sheffield and Deepuk. So he's going to go down to 8 or 16. 16 for double 16 to take the match. And he's just pitched it a little bit too high there.
Grasps with a sigh of disappointment there, Deepuk.
I imagine Steve's hit
double
a couple
16,
of double
Steve
16s.
Lawrence. Can this be an omen for your nephew Ben? Match 6, he comes up. Double 16.
Oh, he's gone into the 8, so it's double 8.
Double 8.
Oh, inside. Max loves it up at this area of the board.
Unlucky
12.
Steve. Well done, mate. Better luck next time. There it is. Woo! Where's that quality been all evening, eh? Rocks up.
100% on the checkout.
100% checkout. During our commentary on match 3, that wasn't quite there, was it? If we're being honest,
It wasn't, no. We've got the
Greg Batty and Connor Bowler
here.
were there for minutes and then attempted to get their doubles, and our crowd member rocks up and nails it first time. Fantastic. The beers are flowing, the crowd are partying. Varsity is finishing off in style here at the Octagon Centre. We're thoroughly enjoying ourselves. Ollie, what are you doing over the Easter holidays? Tell me what's going to be the highlight. Are you throwing any darts?
I'll be throwing some darts home. I need to get a lot of practice in.
Stay sharp, that.
to get back.
I mean, have you got any competitions to look forward to post Easter vacation?
We've got a couple. We've got the Homebrew Cup, which is an interesting tournament. Everyone has to bring a bottle of alcohol, and the winner gets everything.
Fantastic, sounds good. We'll cross over now to representative Will Moran. Will, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Matt Hutchinson and Ollie New there for your commentary for that. The audience sort of pro round of darts there. Did we enjoy that? How was that?
I did. Again, disappointingly good. So that's kind of a letdown. But I think there might have been some sort of fixing of the people who've gone up. They've all been suspiciously good so far.
Absolutely. So far we've talked about fancy dress costumes, curries, and I want to know, guys, Hugh, if you can think of a nickname for Dan, what do you think Dan's darts nickname would be?
I'm trying to read you, Dan. I'm trying to see what you would have written on the back of your shirt. I think Dangerous Dan Bridge would be your one. I'm going to not go with the format of having the nickname in the middle. I'm going to go with it's before. You're going to be Dangerous Dan Bridge.
I think Will would either be Will the Man Moran or maybe Will Legless Moran after many a night out, and including I think breaking your own leg or foot or something of that description.
Absolutely, and I think you'd be Hugh Dastardly Dickinson is what I can think of off the top of my head.
Dastardly Dickinson. Oh, I like that.
Okay, right, we're going to throw back over to our MC for the next round of darts.
Oh, sorry, one there. Oh. Welcome back. I'm Ed Lee, joined by Sam Constance. How are you, Sam?
I'm doing absolutely great, even though I smell a little bit like beer now.
Yes, we sort of got soaked in the intervening period between us lots being on and us being on now. We should just say disclaimer before we start. Ed Makosh will watch us back. Ed, for the second year in a row, I've got you to commentate on Dartsity. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Sam, before we were a little interrupted earlier because the presenters wanted their mics back, and we were talking about curry, but I can't remember where we left it.
I think we left it at the Peshwari naan debate.
Yeah. You're not down for that. What about keema?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's the one with like mints in it. It's the one with mints in it.
Oh no! Why would you have mints with mints?
Well, you were the one who said garlic, and I stopped listening completely. Anyway, Ed Makosh off of Forge.
He is
so
a man
we've got
of
to be
the Forge.
biased. We're allowed to be biased at this point because it's Ed Makosh off of Forge.
Exactly.
He's representing the University of Sheffield, and Joe Bezer, who put no effort whatsoever into his nickname.
Oh, of course.
Is playing for the University of Sheffield, but he did walk on to Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh yeah, he's put a little bit of effort in for his walk-on theme.
We've been given stats about all of the players tonight, and Joe Berry's fact is he once got told off for excessive dabbing by Marcus Rashford.
Oh, and if you can't see it, but we've just had a live dab. Oh, that was
Good
silky
dabbing.
smooth.
I know, I'm quite good at that. I'm sad the camera wasn't on me for the dab because it was absolutely dabtastic.
It was on point.
The University of Sheffield lead by 3 matches to 1. If they could win this one, it'd be 4-1, and there'd only be 2 left, so we could all go home.
Exactly, that'd be
Scenes.
it. Boom, done.
I'd like to go home early because obviously varsity takes it out of you a bit, and I've not slept for about 3 months. I can't remember the last time I actually slept.
I think the last time I closed my eyes was about 2 weeks ago.
I'm looking down the prod bench and they're all going, I agree. When do we go to bed? We don't go to bed.
What is a bed?
I don't. It's sort of this made-up mythical concept. I think it's going to be in the next series of Game of Thrones as some sort of like mythical animal that attacks you. On to the darts. Oh, there's a lot of fist pumping and happy times. Ed Makosh he'll probably lose the first leg because he's got to get that Everton defeat out of his system.
Exactly.
In the old derby because he's a big Everton fan, of course. So we have to say, unlucky to them because they played a load of 16-year-olds against Liverpool, so they couldn't have expected to win, could they?
No.
And Joe Bezer, it has been confirmed that he's hosting the next series of Bake Off. Good news, everyone.
Oh wow.
Berry back on the Bake Off. Joe Berry, not as exciting, but no, it'd be good. I think it'd be all right.
He's a distant relative of the Bezer?
He very much could be. If you were to be a relative of either of them, would you go for Mary Berry or Paul Hollywood? Who would you rather have? I think Paul Hollywood would be a cool uncle.
No, you've got to have Mary Berry.
Is it the Bears? It is the Bears, isn't it? Oh, hang on, 140. Oh.
Sit down. So I feel like I'm at the Ali Pally already.
I could sit down, to be fair. Where's Michael Van Gerwen? Is he coming next? Is he on next? No, we should take this seriously. Come on.
Michael Van Makosh.
It wasn't Michael Van Makosh who hit it. That's the shame.
Yeah, well.
He's stuck on back on 3-6-1 whilst Hallam are on. Oh no. He's scoreboard next to me. It's not punctual with updating. I'm not happy. Gentlemen, come on. You have one job.
And that's a
41. We have several jobs. Oh, thank you. At least you're keeping up. I enjoy it. I'm getting dodgy looks, so I'm going to be very complimentary to them about the scoring. I'm glad that it's there, so I can at least commentate on it. Don't worry in case you'll have the scoreboard in the top left of your screen. Don't worry, we're nowhere near finishing. When we get near finishing, you'll hear us go, "Oh, we should commentate about the darts." Won't you, Sam?
Yeah, I feel like I'm new to all this darts commentary. I feel like I should be commentating about the darts, but at the same time,
people can see it.
Yeah.
People know what's happening. 140, we're nearly there. Good news. Makosh back on 209, so don't panic just yet. He can't finish, but he's trying to tee himself up, rather. I think he might have just snuck into the treble 19 there with the second time. I can't really see. It looks just about in. It wasn't in. It was not in. He got 39. So 140 for Berry. So
that was
he's
the most
hit
tense
treble
moment
20.
of the
He's got
night.
80 left. And then 5 is 75. He wanted the treble 20 again, so he's on 75. Tee himself up with a 15 song. He only hit 17. I mean, it was close, but it was no cigar. Makosh is on 178, so he can't check out. Obviously, the highest chocolate you can get darts, 170.
Indeed.
There you go.
If we saw a 170 tonight, there would be some absolute scenes.
58 for Berry. He's hit treble 4, so that's 12. So that's 46. And then he's missed it, so it's 36. So it's double 18. Close. My maths was good enough there to keep up. Did you see that?
I was impressed.
Did you see that? Makosh 135, don't worry.
I've forgotten what numbers actually
he's gone for the bullseye and then hit the 5, and he's going to be nowhere near it with 54. So 18 for Hallam for Berry, double 9. This can go wrong very quickly. If he missed double 9 first time, he's hit it well inside. So he's got 9 left, 1 left, so he's 8, it's double 4. And he's just about hit the edge of the board.
Yep, that almost went into orbit, that one.
Good news. Makosh needs the Nelson, 111. Again, I struggle to feel he'll get this. His highest strikeout ever is 146.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be struggling.
Well, it's more than Joe Bezer. He's only got a best checkout of 140.
He only needs 8 this time, though, which is double 4. He's missed it. Double 2. Double 1. No. Poor. So Makosh has been let back into it somewhat.
Yeah, he's only got 72 to get.
I can't work that out now. 63 left. So 13 is 50. Bullseye! Oh, I got there just in time. Makosh didn't hit it though. So back to double 8 goes Berry. He'll hopefully not chase it round the board as much this time as he goes for double 4. And he's missed it wide. He's a good marker though. Second good marker, hit it this time.
And he got
further away.
The
46 from Makosh then to sort of steal this leg almost, where he's not really ever been in front, but he's got a chance now. He's hit the 6, so double top. Double 10.
Double 10.
He's got it.
Oh,
he's got it. He has stolen the darts as well. And Ed Makosh leads in a game where if he wins, the University of Sheffield win. It was on Makosh's darts, but he was behind for most of that for that leg, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a comeback there. Do you want to say it?
You could say it was Bull Stambull, couldn't you? You really could. Or maybe Oxambull. Take your pick. Which do you prefer? Octambull or Bull Stambull?
I prefer neither.
I think Bull Stambull, if we're going for one.
I'll be honest, I've had enough of Stambulls.
Stambulls?
It's been a recurring theme through varsity. I've had enough.
We finished it off now with Bull Stambull. That's the last time you'll hear it. But Makosh has done well there to come back, and he's won the first leg, and he's 2 legs away from securing victory in Target Dartsity 2017 for the University of Sheffield.
This is more important than the actual varsity event.
It really is, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, it's the most important thing you've ever seen.
Exactly. This is the big one. This is more than anything. Like, you go through varsity, that's just the warm-up.
Yeah. The University of Sheffield probably expected to win. They won the last Northern University Darts League meeting 8-3. Did you see? I've done my research. I haven't really. It was sent to me by Ed Makosh's girlfriend, I think. So, Hallam won 6-5 in the return fixture in November, and of course last darts the University of Sheffield won 11-10. That was on legs though, not on games, so you can't really compare the scoring.
Isn't all darts played on legs?
Yeah, but
I mean, if you played it on your hands, you wouldn't be able to shoot the dart.
But last year in Dartsity, every leg counted for a point, whereas this year you've got to win the match as a whole, and then that counts as 1 point towards varsity.
Yeah, but surely if you played on your legs, it'd be obvious. Like, you wouldn't play on your hands, would you?
Makosh averaging just below 50 and Berry averaging just over 50, so it's close enough here as Makosh goes back to the board with 2.57 left. He's accurate enough and hits the 59, so he'll be dips under the 100 mark, the first player to do so. His averages are slightly below those of Berry, but you can see Berry hit problems because his first 9 dart average at least is 82.5, whereas Makosh's is just waving over 60. So Berry was first to the doubles and then couldn't hit them. So Makosh, if you can get in a position, you back him to win the second leg, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's been very good. He's, as you said, he's got those impressive stats so far on the. Was it the doubles that you said?
The doublés, yes. The doublés.
So yeah, he's just got a. I think the main problem that all darts players have is the checkout. It's just the one that kind of just confuses everyone because you're just like, it seems so simple.
It does seem so simple, and if you get a bit of doubt into your mind and you start missing, it all goes awry.
Yeah, you can just be stuck on a double 4 forever, and then what can
Here we go. We should comment on the darts because Makosh is on 56. He's now on 36, double 18, he's missed it, double 9 for the leg! Got it! Oh, he's got it again! Oh, I'll have the fist pump again, Mr. Makosh. He's 2 legs to zip up, and if he wins this one, he can win the whole of Dartsity, and he's won against the throw. How exciting!
I can't believe it.
I can. Makosh is a man possessed at the hockey. He really is. Look at him, hurling those darts into the board.
He's got a stare, like, I don't know what stares very well. I'm trying to think of a gazelle.
He's got the stare of a gazelle. Hasn't he? He's got so much of a stare of a gazelle that, what's his name, Attenborough's sort of bar. David Attenborough's there, lurking over the other side of the hockey. You can see him there. No, it's actually just Will Moran. It's not as exciting. He'll be back shortly. He'll be hosting, and he'll be pretending to be, what's his name, off of Radio 2.
Oh, I've forgotten his name.
What's his name? You know the man, Chris Evans, that's the one. That's who he aspires to be. He's like Chris Evans, but without the attitude and without the drug problems, I think. Did he have drug problems? Are we allowed to say that? Yeah. I don't think Chris Evans is watching Target Dartsity 2017, don't worry.
Well, you never know.
Makosh with another ton. He's looking more likely to be first for the doubles. He's on 241, whereas Bezer Berry is on 376.
Have you ever wondered who our most famous listener is on Forge?
It's Dan Walker, isn't it? Dan Walker always watches Dartsity and Varsity. We've been told this several times.
There you go.
It's Dan Walker.
Mr. Dan Walker.
Love Dan Walker. Dan, if you're watching, we're sorry that we're mullering the art of commentary. We really are.
Yeah,
anyway,
we aspire to be.
Makosh with a chance to win it on 143.
Exciting.
Oh, he's hit the treble 20 as well. There's a chance. There's a chance. I can't work out my maths quickly enough. He's not got a chance anymore. Simmer. Remember the satisfying thud on the board, though, didn't he? He's left himself double 10 for the win. And Berry's back on 371. So, Makosh, you've got about 28 darts to win the match. Double 10 then to win the match in straight legs by 3 legs to nil. And to win Dartsity. Double 10. He's pumping up the crowd. Come on, Makosh. Hit it. Oh, it's just wide. Get closer. It's a good marker. He's got it. And the University of Sheffield have won Dartsity again. Oh, we'll have a bit of that.
That was amazing.
Ed Makosh wins by 3 legs to nothing and wins Target Dartsity 2017. I'm going to keep up with the advertising, because why not?
Oh, it's brilliant.
Target Dartsity.
Target Dartsity.
We've targeted Dartsity and we've won it.
It has been won.
So, don't turn off. There are still 3 games to go, we should say that. Or 2 games to go. 2 games to go.
And they're going to be very exciting games as well.
They're very exciting, but that's the last you'll hear from us, Sam, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah,
that's our evening over. Instead of having beer thrown over us, we can now throw beer down our own necks. Good news.
Woo!
We can leave the rest of the evening to other people. Let's hand back over to Will Moran, who's going to be a Radio 2 DJ.
Thank you very much, Aidan. Thank you very much. Sam, Dartsity 2017 has just been won. Ed Makosh throwing a double 10 there to win it for the University of Sheffield. Pretty impressive stuff, isn't it, Hugh?
Yeah, it was very impressive. Almost as impressive as Ed Makosh's dramatic leap on stage and a huge flying fist pump he went when he won it. But that's the 3rd year in a row that Ed Makosh has won it, and I have to say, we do have a sort of vested interest in how well Ed Makosh plays, because he is, of course, one of the Forge Press sports editors, and he has helped produce the excellent Varsity pull-out that you'll be able to see if you pick up a copy of Forge Press anywhere around the Students' Union, the IC, anywhere like that. So it's great to see Ed getting his own moment in the spotlight.
Definitely, absolutely stunning performance. Let's head over for an interview now with both players, with Dan Bridge.
Yeah, so very well enjoyed us. Obviously very unlucky there, but I mean, how does it feel? You've obviously had quite a lot of fans come out and support you. We've even got like the likes of face masks as well of your own face. How does that feel to be such a celebrity and with 800 people like there for you?
Obviously it's great. Love having the support. Never really done anything like this before. Great having the support. Shame I couldn't really do it for them, but in the end of the day, I had a good laugh, had a good time, and you know, fair play to Ed. Ed played well. He's a better man on the night, so he deserved to win.
What would you say to all these people who have come out not only to see you, but even worn your face on their face as well?
Oh, love every single one of them. You know, they've come out here and supported me. What more could you ask for? You know, great friends and family. That's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, get everyone here, have a good laugh. Lost, but end of the day, we've had a good laugh, haven't we? So, you know.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and obviously well done for playing, right, guys? Go and enjoy your fans. And I'm joined by Ed Bish Bash Bosh Makosh, the likes of Forge FC, but not only that, but he's also won Dartsity again. So, Ed, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling elated. It was certainly a strong performance. The first leg was very poor. I didn't really find my rhythm. A lot of darts were drifting away. And I think really what won there was experience. I was able to take a long step back and just think about what I was doing, take a deep breath before I threw. I think Joe was playing really well to start with and let the nerves get to him a little bit. But I was very pleased with my doubling. I don't think I missed more than 3 or 4. And the further we went into the game, the more confident I felt. So I'm really delighted.
And obviously you have also just won Dartsity. I mean, we noticed that you were sort of like hamming up the crowd a little bit before there. What role do you think the crowd has to play in Dartsity as an event?
I mean, there's a big draw. Obviously, it's a great achievement to have to pull this over the line. The pressure was really on him because I knew following me there are two very, very good players. And so I was able to go out and play a natural game, take my time, not have to worry about the consequences.
And obviously, lastly, at the moment, Dartsity does not actually count for a varsity point. Moving on for the next year and the year after that, what do you think the Dartsity will be in terms of like progressing? Will it eventually count for a varsity point, or what are your thoughts there of someone who's actively involved?
We need to keep raising the profile of darts as a whole and Dartsity. I think Sheffield Hallam, as a society, need a lot more support to get to the level we've been at, and we're able to make profits off this. This night is such a big deal for us because it publicises darts in a way nothing else could at uni level. A load of credit has to go to Sean Bradley and Jade Lamarcon, who have run this night and made it incredible. Next year, I want it to be for a point. I've been asking for it to be for a point for years, and we're going to get there. As you can see, it's well worth it. It's a great draw, and we've got great quality.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and obviously, well done. We shall now pass over to Will.
Okay, thank you very much, Dan Bridge. That interview there with Ed Bish Bash Bosh Makosh, who has just won Varsity 2017. Let's go back over to the MC now because we've got two more games on the way, and here's the first.
Jamie. Yes, here we are, the fifth match, but it's all over. Ollie, we are both members of the Uni of Sheffield Darts team, and what a moment that was when Ed, who is the president of the association and has been for the last few years, he has been so nervous. The trepidation inside him has been incredible in the last few days. He has been so nervous about all of this, and in the end, he hit that winning double, Ollie.
Unbelievable from Ed. I mean, he really coped with the pressure well. He had a shaky first leg. I think he finished it off with a 19 darts, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Unbelievable darts. That means there's absolutely no pressure on either player now, so we should get to see a fantastic match.
Matt Eardley against Ben Lawrence. This fifth match coming up here. And Ollie, 2 players. So to be honest, Ben, I was down in the practice room earlier and he hit a 180 as soon as I walked in. So he's in good form against a player in Matt who obviously has a lot of experience. And even though there's a lot of the crowd are making it, I mean, you've got to mention the crowd. Brilliant crowd today. But Matt will take this so seriously.
I mean, you noted that Matt's got a lot of experience, but actually, Ben played at Dartsity last year, so on the Dartsity stage, it's Ben Lawrence that's got the experience. Matt, quite nervous. I think the nerves will have gone a little bit now. He's no pressure on him at all. But no, both players, like I said before, can relax. Hopefully we'll get to see a fantastic dance match as Ellis Turner gets us underway.
I don't want to remind Matt when Hallam played Uni of in that the first match down at Riley's, where Matt in that last game missed about 20 darts at double to win. So I don't want to remind him of that, but that's what happened.
Well, hopefully we won't be seeing that tonight.
As we kick off here in the 5th match.
Some unbelievable scores for the first 2. We've got a 26 and a 6.
I guess, Ollie, when the score, I mean, 4-1 now to Uni of, the score's already known. It's going to be, do you think the atmosphere is going to, well, I mean, to be honest, the crowd aren't as vibrant as they were earlier.
I mean, the atmosphere is subdued a little bit. Yeah. I mean, we've seen a few of the Hallam people leave the octagon, which in some ways the team's lost. They don't want to stick around and watch them lose 2 more matches, surely. Neither player really settled down yet.
It's a bit edgy at the minute. I mean, I guess a lot of concentration will be up there to an extent, and we both played the game, Ollie, and going to play each other in the next few weeks, and obviously I'll beat you in that quite comfortably. But no doubt, I mean, at this level, I mean, we've seen Danny already produce probably the performance of the night, and I mean, if you can throw straight at this level, you're gonna do fairly well to a large extent, and we've seen both players do that already. But back to Danny, Danny Hall, unbelievable performance.
It's unbelievable, like you said, he's taken it so well. He stepped up. Unbelievable. Oh, we're just going to welcome Matt back into the commentary box. Tim had to.
Sorry, Ollie. Had a quick loo break, and suddenly we were away again. The 6th match. It's flown by, isn't it, this evening? Ben Lawrence from Hallam, Matt Eardley from the University of Sheffield. How are we getting on so far, Ollie?
2 players. They've settled down now. We had a couple of shaky first throws. Matt's just hit a big ton there. He's left 99. Like me and Tim have just said, the atmosphere is sort of subdued a little bit now. The match is over, so both these
players... It's in the bag, isn't it? The unofficial, non-counting varsity point is in the bag, and we're delighted for it, of course, here on Forge Sport. Matt Eardley here, nice line check-out.
And he's left that very handy. He's left himself on tops. He's got a big lead here.
Double 20. Ben Lawrence carrying on 2-3-5, struggling here. His uncle, as we said, Steve Lawrence, from the crowd, got a throw early, used his darts. Will he fare better than Ben? Matt Eardley, double tops.
Down for double 10.
Ooh.
Just outside.
Unfortunate.
Ben miles behind at the moment. He needs a big score here.
Can he catch up against the throw?
Got to go downstairs here, surely no. He's left a bogey
double 10
number.
here for Matt Eardley. Let's get the ball rolling. Come on, Matt.
Big marker. Can he just follow that first dart
double 10.
And that's a fantastic dart from Matt
There it
Eardley.
is. There it is. The Octagon Centre was subdued, but the noise has been rejuvenated, and we found ourselves the University of Sheffield 1 leg up. Lawrence, well done, sir. Oh, was that against the throw?
That was Eardley taking the leg, yeah.
Eardley against the throw, winning that first one. Ben Lawrence struggling, but not out of it, you know.
Good start from Matt there with 91.
Best of 5 legs here. University of Sheffield, 4 matches to 1 up. An unassailable lead here at the Octagon Centre. The unofficial Dartsity is in the bag, but Matt Eardley here wants to prove a point and play for pride.
Oh, certainly. I mean, it's been quite competitive this year in the uni matches. I think Hallam beat us in one of the uni games. So it's fantastic to see the University of Sheffield winning, and winning quite comfortably so far, actually. Matt stepping up here.
Sorry, mate, just acquiring my my notes for match 6.
No problem at all.
Very professional start here from us. Matt Ilderley, the Kebab King. What's your favourite kebab shop in Sheffield, Ollie?
I'm not a big kebab fan, if I'm
Oh,
honest.
no.
I'm more of a pizza guy.
The Steel City's full of them. I'd say, well, you know, in Broomhill you've got the Friary, you've got flavours, but it's all a bit of bang average. Pizza Mania in Crooksmore Road, very underrated for a kebab.
I mean, we can ask Matt later on.
We'll have to ask the kebab king himself where he gets the kebab from in the post-match interview. Currently on 300.
Ben's a much better player than this. I mean, you can see he's visibly feeling the nerves here. But I mean, he hit a 180 in the practice room before.
Really?
I've been told, yes.
Oh, you didn't see it first hand,
no,
then, so it could be true or not true.
Tim saw it first hand.
Tim
Adams, who
member of our team,
filled in for you for the first leg of this match.
Thank you, Tim, for filling in for me. Very kind.
Well, again, Matt's got a lead of around 100.
Bex Blue Lawrence. Interesting name. Matt Kebab King Elderly. 140 checkout here.
That's actually all we've really lacked here at Dartsity so far. As 100 plus checkout.
We've seen a 180, haven't we?
We have indeed. Danny Hall with a
fantastic the second time since Varsity for Darts, aka Dartsy's begun, we saw the 180. Matt Elderly here. 80 checkout. Ooh, was that a bull?
It wasn't. He's now left.
I'm relying on your expert knowledge, Ollie. 48. 132 checkout from Mr. Lawrence.
To
struggling.
the 16s, or maybe 8. Or is it the treble? He's bust his score. He's hit 48.
Matt Elderly apparently got into darts due to a broken ankle.
Yeah, he's actually a medic as well.
that enforced him to do something with his hands, and he became a top-class darts player.
He's a fifth-year medic, so he's not. But it's only his second year in the society, and he's hit it by storm. Probably one of the most improved players in the society. And that's
proven
why.
There, double top, bang bang. Matt Elderly, 2 legs to none up.
He is not messing around here. Ben has got to be really careful. Oh, this match is going to get well away from him.
Ooh, have we got a bit more crowd, beer throwing? That's what happens at Dartsity,
The security is out, and unfortunately, I can't be there to split this one up.
Yeah, Ollie, you were caught with a beer drowned on your top earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's still damp.
The Samaritan over here, splitting up the fight, and he ended up drowned and smelling like a brewery. But what's happened is done, and you're still here to tell the story, which is very important, Ollie. Matt Kebab King Elderly here.
This is a very
2
solid start.
legs to none up. The University of Sheffield overall, 4 matches to 1 up. The Dartsity has been won, but these players who want to prove a point. Ollie, do you think it will take some pressure off the players?
Yeah, I mentioned before, both players, I mean, plenty going on in the crowd at the moment.
Slightly distracted there. Please carry on, Ollie. Yeah, so I mean, if you were Matt here, would you feel under less pressure, do you think, because the match to be won over overall, or do you think you would find it hard to get yourself going again?
He's under pressure. I noted when he was walking on, he mentioned before how he wanted to be in a position where it still mattered and he could still prove himself. But at the same time, we're just going to see a quick break in proceedings here while the crowd trouble is sorted out.
Cries in the crowd of sit down, shut up, and that will be a good message to our violence here, really. But we'll carry on. I mean,
not what we want to see.
It isn't what we want to see, but it does happen at Varsity from time to time. A quick break in proceedings is happening. We've got Mr. Elder on 3-2-1 and the Hallam thrower on 3-4-9.
It's been great so far. I mean, we don't want to see this.
It's been a good spirit, hasn't it? And we don't want that to boil over.
I mean,
and I'm sure the respective crowd misdoers will be removed and we can commence once more at some point.
A lot more difficult to control this year. There's double the amount of people that were in the Octon there was last year. Almost 800 people
here.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that great considering Dartsity 3 years ago? Well, it wasn't even an event, was it? Darts and Varsity. Did you compete on a non-competitive?
We did. We had one event 3 years ago at Stevenson Hall in Endcliffe with 75 people watched it that year.
Packed out in Endcliffe.
So in 3 years, it's really come on.
We're just listening to Ellis Turner. security now. Final warning here to our fans. We do want to carry on, don't we, Ollie? We want to see some more darts.
There's only one match after this, and it's not fair that Brad and I don't know who Brad's playing, but the two players that are left to play aren't going to get an opportunity.
I mean, your teammate Brad have been thinking of this match for weeks, wasn't he?
Exactly, and
weeks and months, in fact.
Brad won Varsity Dartsity last year on the stage in the last game. It went to the last match, and Brad took the victory. So he'd been wanting to get back up on that stage, and
yeah, it'd be unfortunate if just because he's on last, he can't compete. Ollie, let's just talk a little bit about how you got into darts.
Me myself.
Why was it your chosen sport, sir?
I've played darts for quite a while, since I was about 9 actually. Just my friend had a dartboard in his garage, and we got throwing, and since then I've always.
The garage seems to be a very popular choice of darts arena.
It is indeed,
for those at home.
But
maybe if you hit the wall, you're not going to get told off. Is that why?
No, and I hit the wall quite a few times in my early years.
I'm sure not anymore, of course.
Still do now. But no, I mean, we come to the uni, and I actively searched out the society, but it's such a fantastic society.
Did you join in first year?
I did indeed. Yeah, there's about 40 people regularly come down, and great group of lads and ladies. We've got
a mixed society.
A good few ladies that come down and take advantage of the darts. But no, I mean, I encourage anyone who
yes,
wants to take up.
Yeah, sell darts to our listeners. Why should a amateur darts player who has maybe not played or is not experienced at darts in the past join your society?
Well, what I think is fantastic is the range of ability. It's not just a sports society. It's a socialising society.
It's a drinking society as well.
It is indeed. Although I am teetotal. There's only 2 of us, but.
Oh really?
I am indeed. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stick in the first.
Have they accepted you for who you are now?
Well, they have indeed. But,
quite right too.
No, it's a fantastic society. If you want to play competitive, there's plenty of opportunity to do so. But if you just want to come have a chuck around and have a laugh,
meet similar-minded people. I mean, it must be hard. I mean, you mentioned earlier you got through to the quarterfinals of the qualification round for Darts Varsity. It must be hard to select the 7 players that get to compete.
It is. I mean, the first 5 players were chosen on merit. Our captain Adam Warner, who you saw win his match earlier, he picked the first 5
convincingly
players
as well. Played very well.
Yeah, and then there was 2 spots up for grabs. So about 20 plus players went for the opportunity, and we saw Johnny Kirk, who was the first player on. He won his match.
The captain last year, am I right in saying?
He was indeed. Yeah, he won his game and qualified for this. And
English literature student, my course mate Johnny didn't win today, did he?
He didn't. No, it was a tough first game. I mean, Johnny played. Both players played well. It's very hard to go up first, and especially when the atmosphere is as raucous as it was. But no, I thought they both coped very well. And Brad was the other player that qualified in the tournament, who's still awaiting his match. And
we'll hope he'll be able to compete. I mean, just to update our listeners who haven't been clued in what's going on, we're having a quick break from proceedings here due to a few crowd disruptions. We're hoping to get underway once more. But the University of Sheffield 4 matches to 1 up as we speak. And in this 6th match, 2 legs to none up for Matt Eldley. We'll just talk about the Hallam player here, Curtis Torpedo Thorpe. It's a bit of a match of broken hands. We spoke earlier about how Matt Eldley got into darts because he broke his ankle. Thorpe apparently has broken his arm on the exact same day 3 years in a row. I mean, what a bit of trivia that is.
That's unbelievable.
3 years in a row. Can you believe that?
But Curtis is a very good player. I've seen him a couple of times in the uni matches. Really good, which is
despite his broken arms and his issues with injuries, I should imagine. But I mean, for a darts player, you don't want to break your arm, do you?
No,
it's
I mean,
pretty integral limb of the body.
Luckily for him, I think it's his weaker hand that he broke. So he can still get up on the board and play. I mean, both players are still practicing on the stage here. This is.
What's going through Ben Lawrence? What's going through his mind?
I mean, I think this could work for Ben's favour. He had a tough couple of legs. The nerves were up, so I think now we've got a bit of a break in play. He's got his chance to compose himself. You notice he's still practicing here. Matt's taking a bit of time out, talking to his girlfriend there.
Good bit of inside knowledge here from Ollie Newell, member of Darts Sock here, joining me, Matthew Hutchinson, as we try and guide our listeners through proceedings. Ollie, let's talk about varsity a bit more generally for a moment. Have you been to any other events? Have you managed to spectate and enjoy yourself over the past 10 days?
I went down to the lacrosse. I know you did earlier. I mean, it's difficult to get to everything because I had a ticket for the ice hockey actually. which I had to sell.
Oh, why is that?
I am I'm the president of the Open Mic Society.
Right.
And we had a special gig on, which I hadn't noted it was on the same day as the ice hockey final. So I had to attend that, unfortunately.
But I was at the ice hockey and it was fantastic.
And unfortunately, I think...
We're opening the fire doors. If you can all make your way to the nearest exit.
I think that might be that. We're just hearing from our dance song announcer that unfortunately, due to crowd disturbances, we're going to have to end proceedings there, Ollie. What a shame.
That's not what I want to see, especially being such a popular event. And unfortunately, this may hinder us in the future, because I know the Octagon was well up for holding us next year.
We'll have to watch this space. Will Moran, over to you now, sir.
Thank you, Ollie, and thank you, Matt. Now, unfortunately, the event is drawing to a bit of an early close here tonight, which is a bit of a shame. Things getting a little bit out of hand. But guys, we've had a good night, haven't we? I mean, we've seen some good darts.
Until this point, we came here to watch darts. We came here to make jokes about curry and watch
fancy dress.
People from the audience attempt to throw darts, as well as the people from Union Hallam who are up there. And sadly, people have seen that as an opportunity to start fights, to throw beer at each other, and just to, generally speaking, behave not as people should at an event like this. And it's disgraceful, really, and I'm quite glad it's being ended.
Yes, I agree with that. And Dan, apart from up to now, we've had a good time. It's just a shame that it's had to end like this, hasn't it?
Yeah. And obviously with interviews, I've asked every single player the same question of, where do you see Darcy next year and the year after that? And they've all said, well, the amount of fans, the amount of sort of coverage has been growing and growing, and they'd like to see that carry on. But after events like this, that's going to really throw the future of Darcy as an event into question and that sort of thing. So yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, I don't want to end on a negative note. I'll end on a positive one instead. Thank you very much for listening to Forge Radio, Forge TV, and reading Forge Press as well over the course of this year's varsity for 2017. Again, thank you for being a wonderful audience, and we hope you've enjoyed all the coverage that we've been able to bring you this year here at Forge. So please stay tuned next year as well for another varsity. Thank you very much.